Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to the Digital Endurance Series, the Nürburgring GP Stint 3 of 4, Lobby 1. As some of you may have noticed, it is a little bit wet out there today. We are going to see some very close racing with any luck. Lots of strategies to be implemented, fuel saving, tyre management, tyre compound management, and everything else in between. We shall go into spectator mode shortly and have a little rundown of who we've got participating today. But a couple more stints today as well. Stints 1 and 2 have also gone off very well. A little bit delayed. There was a bit of an issue, I believe, with YouTube or Twitch, or as things go on. So we shall do what we do, and we shall carry on. Right, let's have a look into spectate mode. So everyone just get prepared. So we'll have a look, do a little thing. Got a bit of message there from race control. All good. Right, let's go into spectate mode. Let's see who is on track. A bit of race information there. So we've got MRNP. That is some weather out there. Did a quick roundabout in his livery there. Nice black and orange attack there. Very, very nice. Charles is back on track. He was just finishing Stint 2, I believe. I think everyone's actually jumping out of lobbies at the moment. I think we're all switching over to the various lobbies now. What's going on there? Okay, I'm going to get some confirmation from race control shortly. I think a few individuals have just jumped into the wrong one, but never mind. There we go, and our lobby has ended, so we will just wait for one moment, and then we shall join into the next one. There we go. Right, so we've just changed over lobbies now, so we should be good now. There we go. Right, I believe everybody is in the right place as they should be now, including myself, which is always an added bonus because I'm not supposed to be commentating on this. It does make it a bit tricky if you can't see the cars. Right, so this is B. McKenna, rocking the gold and black livery on his Porsche. Got a little bit of time till the race kicks off, so we'll just have to do a quick livery check. Interesting volume and sound interference then. Slimmy. No, he's Lucy Lou. Red Bull and Ramos having a little bit of moment there. Nice to get the livery shots all out of the way early enough so we can get down to the racing when it begins. The weather looks absolutely atrocious out there. There's going to be a lot of controversy, obviously, potentially with which tyres to use, which one's going to work. I'm getting some feedback audio interference at the moment, so I do apologise for that. Quite interesting to tell on these early sessions just before the race begins. Actually, they can see who's trying to get their eye in, who's trying to find the right racing line. I mean, it's very difficult with the weather being what it is here. It is absolutely horrendous, as you can see at the moment. Let's have a look, quick flip up and down the field. Klausman says he potentially might be in the wrong lobby, so he'll be swapping out shortly, I would imagine. Oh dear, TCR Carmen's had a little bit of a moment there. Going out in the full wets, potentially trying the intermediates and not having much luck, actually. I think. I mean, let's have a look and see if we can get some onboard shots, actually. Yeah, we can see just from that alone that it's it's going to be a race. That's to say the least, actually. Look at that. Woohoo! We're getting aquaplaning, tank slappers, rear end, front end, happy end, and every other end is going to be busy. The guys are going to earn their money today, actually. They're going to be very, very busy today. Let's see intermediates. Anyone on the intermediates? Ah, here we go. Ramis is actually rocking the intermediates at the moment. Anyone else? McKenna's up there. Lucy Lou is currently in the wets and having all of the dramas and then some. Actually, that car is not behaving itself currently. Maybe a little bit too much power for the conditions. Yeah, it seems to be that the upper class are on the full wets and the next one's down. Looks to be on the intermediates actually. I think they can obviously cope with it. Maybe there'll be a ride height difference is what's enabling them to get around this weather the way that is. Oh no, there we go. Someone down on the wets as well actually, to be fair. Calm's running the wets, so there we go. Let's have a look at following McKenna. Let's see if we can get a bit of on board from we'll take McKenna from a slightly lower down perspective. I've had a lot of audio problems today, so if there's any issues or any sounds problem, or if you can't hear my voice, shout out into the in the comments section or the chat section so I know what's going on. I'm trying to adjust some volumes and such like. Ooh, look at that, understeering everywhere. Understeer on the way in, oversteer on the way out. Ooh, it's going to be a race today. It's going to be interesting to see who's got the biggest set going around here actually. Should be for quite some good wheel-to-wheel stuff. They do say rain is the ultimate equaliser, apparently, in racing. Of course, it all depends entirely upon actually who's actually racing, of course. Whoa, was it the Massima 67 flying past there? Which is to be expected, really. He's in a higher class of racing car, so. Ooh, look at that. All right, see if we can get a bit of on board of someone in the racing car. Let's have a look. There we go, we'll follow Matt. Actually, he's got a bit of action going on right now. Seems to be experiencing a little bit of lag at the moment. The engine notes seem to be bouncing around all over the shop, but well, you know, is what it is. As you see, short shifting there, trying to keep the power down. Go up on the right. Oh, he's in the dirt. That's going to be straight to the scene of the accident if he's not careful. There we go. He's collected Slimmer, I think, just for good measure. Just as well, everybody's just getting everyone's getting their eye in. Just trying to sort of understand the conditions and what's sort of to be expected from the cars on this racing event today. Yeah, lots of understeer. Everyone's got to be super careful and super cautious around the corners around here today. It's going to be nothing but absolute grief. Was that Slimmer that he took out? Yeah, it was Slimmer that got a little bit of nudge there. But that's okay. Just does it well just to get these situations out of the way early before the main event starts, because no one wants to be dealing with these type of situations like during the actual race itself. Got race control right now, just trying to sort out who's coming and who's going. I think we've had a bit of a confusion between which lobbies are live and which ones aren't at the moment. Hopefully I'm in the right place. I'm sure I'll be told if I'm not. Let's have a look, see if there's anything in there. No, everything's good, I think. Everyone's happy. Everyone seems to be there. I seem to be in the right place, which is, it's nice to know, isn't it? Just following a bit of Slimmy now. Now I was commentating on Slimmy on the Stint 1 this morning, Lobby 1. Now, for whatever reason, he had a bit of a disconnection issue, actually, and we lost him sort of quite early on in the race, so it was quite nice to get a good view of him, actually. See how he's doing, because, like I said, we didn't really get to see a lot of him, unfortunately. Looks like he's having all kind of traction issues with that car at the moment. Actually, the weather's not suiting him at the moment. But like I say, these early laps, these early sessions, is literally just to get the driver so they can get their eye in and they know what to expect, what corner, build up a mental image of the track. So you get an idea, sort of, say, turn here, need to turn it slightly wider there, turn 2, let off a bit earlier there, drift a bit more here. So that's all good. Robin's just arrived. It's nice to know, isn't it? Get a bit of an onboard with Slimmer, actually, see how he's doing. He's okay. Working the steering wheel a bit hard there. I don't think tyre temperature is too much of an issue with Gran Turismo, actually. I don't think the tyre modelling is actually that intensive, luckily. But I know dirt and going offline does affect it and that, so... Ooh. We've got all of the understeers kicking on around there. So, on this first stint on Stint 1 this morning, when the guys were racing round and that, the main top class guys now they were rocking times around about sort of the 141s, 142s. And then the next tier down was sort of in anywhere from about 49s to 50s, 54s and things like that really. So as you can see already by the lap times we're in the 220s now. So that's quite a deficit actually. So the number of laps will be decreased quite considerably comparatively to the first race. I'm probably going to see, I'm guessing around about sort of 50, 60 laps I think. Maybe probably a little bit less actually because where we are now. It's got a 2-hour race. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Outside view, see who else is on track. McKenna, Double R, Ramus Tunes, Lucy Woo, caught that just at the right time. Lucy Woo is doing a little bit of back end rear drift in there. Rocking a bit of Red Bull livery and also having all of the grip and adhesion of a silky float. Giving that some beans, that's for sure. So just trying to find out how hard she can actually, I assume it's a she, how hard the car can be pushed and how much backing off needs to be done per corner. As you can see the car's body language, it does look a little bit on the twitchy side, but that could just be the lag that we're experiencing at the moment actually. We are very bouncy at the moment, so I apologise if everybody's having a bit of issues with lag. GT7 servers and lobby settings aren't exactly what you call renowned for being fantastic, so yeah, as we can see there, look again, all sorts of issues there, so we can focus on another individual. Klausman, or Klussman. Seems to be okay actually, yeah. Masma 67. Not too problem, navigating the course quite nicely. Keeping the nose clean. MNRP. Keeping good. I think everyone's pretty much out on track now, actually getting laps in. There's Robin. It's quite a nice livery going on there actually. There's all black and red stripes with a white motif going on there. And he's giving us a bit of drifting as well. Thank you, Robin. Robin has just joined the lobby actually, so he's probably a little bit behind the curve when it comes to learning what the track is, where it is, and where the issues are, where the dangerous spots are on the track actually. So it would make sense he's a little bit behind there. As I said before, my name is MetalTech721. Very new to the Digital Endurance series. They kindly invited me along to do some commentary for them. And I'm very pleased that they could actually, because I'm very new to this and that. So I've just linked up my my Twitch channel in the chat feed and that. So hopefully, if anyone feels the need to have a look and see what other content that I do, that'll be wonderful. MetalTech721. Alright, so Robin's coming on track. Who's that behind Robin now? Lucy Liu, we've got TCR Gamer, CTR Carmody Gamer is currently flying about and having a bit of an external excursion there. Who else is going on? We've got Rotank is in the pits. Klausman's parked on track. Should probably get the lobby settings ready for the event to begin. Masma 67 going down the, is that the back straight or the main straight? Main straight. Yeah, having no problems with turn 1. So we're going to catch a few people out there. Our fastest lap time currently is a 2:07, so that's pretty impressive actually given the conditions and that. That's not far off the actual the pace that was being generated in Stint 1. I can't comment on Stint 2 because I wasn't involved in that one actually, so I don't really know the full results, but I imagine that everything will be counted up and correlated towards the end of Stint 4, and then the final results will be published after that. Massman's just done first sector very, very fast actually, 4/10 quicker than the previous guys. Up on Rotec. How's Charles doing? Now Charles, I believe, I just watched, oh, Charles is off, and we have a black screen, so here we are. The event is about to begin. We've got Klausman in first, Charles second, Rotec third, Masma 67 fourth, Lucy Liu fifth, Ramus Tunes sixth, Carmen De Gaming seventh, Johnny eighth, McKenna ninth, Robin 10th, Double R 11th, and Slimmy is in 12th. Right, rolling start. Let's hope everybody gets away. It's probably just as well for this delightfully weather event, very European weather event. Lights are gone. Let's get it on. Klausman's leading away. He's got Charles for close company into second position. Rotank is also in third. We've got Masma 67 coming in fourth. Lucy Liu's looking up the inside, potentially for a position. Rotank has braked very, very late and gone into turn 1. He's pushed Charles wide and Klausman has just about avoided him. So Rotec has taken the lead now. He's in first position. Klausman second. Massmer sixth. Charles fourth. He's got Lucy Liu on the outside trying to find a way in. Charles's back end's kicking out. Massmer's also having traction problems now. We've got three abreast going into turn three. Charles will go up on the inside of Lucy Liu. Massmer's just on the inside as well, trying to find a way through. We're jostling for positions right now. Klausman's in second. Rotec's still third. Charles looks like he's got the better of it and he's made it into third position. Going back one place, we've got Lucy Liu now. She's challenging Charles now from fourth into third. She's going to try around the outside. There's not much position, not much space out there. Charles has got it covered. He blocks the line, so make sure you have to go around the long way. Brakes late, cuts on the inside line. Lucy Liu is all up in the back end of him. Back end's complaining on the traction. We've got Ramos Tunes in fifth position now for the next class down, coming leading the way. Commentator Gaming, he's got McKenna and he's got Johnny. McKenna to the left, Johnny behind. They're going down into the turn now. See, Carmen's on the inside. McKenna's trying to outbrake him on the outside. He can end up in the gravel. He has. Carmen's in the gravel. He's lost two positions. Is it going to be three? Robin's alongside. So Johnny's in seventh position now. We've got Karma sixth. Let's go back through the field a little bit further now. Slim has made a couple of positions. He started last and he's currently up into 12th position. In fact, he's mixing it up with Massmer, who's in a class above him. So that's pretty impressive for Slim. Well done. Right, Rotec has got 3.3 seconds on Klausman now, so he's pulling a nice lead away now. Klausman's currently got about 6 tenths, maybe 7 tenths ahead of Charles. Charles and Lucy Wu, do I apologise for the speech there, is actually all up in the back of him now. He's not giving him any opportunity to move. She's looking, she's diving, she's weaving. I hope it's a she and she's not going to get upset if it's a he. But either way, Lucy Liu is battling with Charles right now on the outside. Can they find a way through the chicane? It's very tight through there, even in the wet or the dry. Charles seems to have got the measure of him and pulling away and keeping it safe. Right, we've got Ramos, who's currently in fifth position now. Everyone's in very, very tight, close proximity. God, it's easy for me to say. Carmen's currently in sixth. He's got Johnny in seventh. McKenna is at eighth position. Mass at 67. He's trying to go around the outside and actually achieves it very well. He's going up the inside of Johnny now. He's trying to make his positions back after an unfortunate bit of a entanglement in first lap. Siding his way through the lower class, which is to be expected, really, given the extra power weight advantage that car does have. Everyone's pretty much on a half a tank of fuel. Running wets, we'll do a tyre and fuel check shortly after these opening laps have been completed. Got Charles in third position. He's got 1.2 seconds ahead of Lucy Wu. Lucy Wu's car, she does seem to be very twitchy. It's probably, I don't know whether that's a lag thing or whether that's just a traction thing, but either way, she's having some issues there. I think potentially maybe losing time out to the guys in front. Ramos is currently going wide. Oh, they're all struggling for grip at the moment. Those back ends are not cooperating. So we've got Massmer that should just be punching his way up through into fifth position now. Yep, there we go, and he's gone. No point challenging the car, Ramos. You might as well just let the guy go and just let him get on with what he needs to be doing. Okay, where's TCR doing? There we go, seventh position now. Johnny, eighth position. McKenna is in ninth. Slimmy? Yeah, Slimmy. 10th. Double R is in 11th, and Robin is in 12th. Now, I feel a bit sorry for Robin because everyone got a few extra laps in earlier, and Robin actually ended up joining a little bit late, which unfortunately probably hindered his preparation for the race itself. Slimmy's gone off. Slimmy is gone off. He's now been dropped to 12th, unfortunately. Robin and Double R have made a position. Robin's back end's kicking out all over the gaff. Struggling to get the power on. Hopefully short shifting should be your friend. Right, back to the front. Rotec has got an 8.3 second lead. He's pulled out on Klausman now. Klausman has got Charles as keeping his 1 second gap pretty much honest throughout now. Lucy Wu has also got half a second now. She's still challenging Charles. She's making sure that this guy does not get away. Yeah, you can see by the if you look at the graphs down below on the bottom of the screen there, you can see the gears and changing through pretty fast. Although she's pretty happy with the full throttle, actually, she punches that on quite nicely. Well, we've got a fastest lap, Kosar at the moment from Rotec with a 2 minutes 11.10. Oh no, Lucy Wu, everyone did laps. Lap times just dropped down to a 2:10.3 by Lucy Wu. Well done. Right, how's Massa doing amongst all this lot? He's currently in 5th position. He's 10.4 seconds behind Lucy Wu and got 7.3 advantage over Ramos. Well, that would make sense given the top class are now breaking away from the pack. Ramos currently running in 6th position now. He's got Karma and Johnny down there. Karma is currently, let's have a down with Karma, 7th position. Karma's currently holding what's about just over half a second now. The thing with the rain is, it is the ultimate equaliser. Be interesting to see under the braking. Now the Porsches generally seem to be a bit better with braking, but then they lose out in straight line speed with the other cars. So a bit of raw grunt in the other options on the track right now. Let's see if we can go up. Well, we'll run through a quick quick tyre and fuel check. So MNRP, first position, running the full wets, got just under half a tank. Not doing too bad at all. Full wets again for Klausman, Charles, Lucy Wu, Massma, all running the full wets. What about the intermediate gentlemen? Here we go. So Ramos in first position for the next class. Currently running 6th intermediates. We've got full wets for Karma de Gaming. It's quite interesting. So if we compare his lap times to Ramos turns now, got a 2:24 and a 2:21. Full wets, 2:25, 2:21. So that's quite interesting actually, that Ramos can actually run the same lap time even in the intermediate tyre. So that's going to come down to which tyre is going to last longest. Whoa, Frank Karma's actually having a bit of a wobble there. Right, next gentleman back is Johnny, also in the full wets with a 2:21. Fastest lap, actually improving his time as well, 3/10 up on his previous best on his sector 2. McKenna, 4/10 behind now. He's got a 2:21 also. Is he running the full wets? Yes, he is. Where have we got? Double R running full wets, 2:24, currently 10th position. Robin, full wets, 2:24 for his lap time. Slimmer, currently holding up the last position, 12, 2:26. Full wets once again. So everybody, it's a bit of a mixture, but the primary seems to be into wets. So we've got Klausman and Charles now. Charles is going around the outside of Klausman. Has there been a bit of an issue there? Is the 3rd position now? Was a bit higher up than us, so there might have been a bit of a wobble going on there. So we've got Charles in 2nd, 2/10 behind Klausman, and Lucy Liu is 4/10 behind these two. Probably just watching and waiting, see if there's any sort of spillages or anything to pick up for, if there's any comings together. Whoa, Lucy Liu's having all kind of problems with the back end of that car. It just does not want to stick. Oh, she's going to try to switch back on him, come up on the inside. She's taking 3rd position from Klausman now. I think he might have been put out a synchronisation with Charles when he went up the inside of him on that lap. Klausman's just dropping back now. Let's see, he's got 6/10. God, the distance when these guys lose their position is mad in the rain. So we've got Lucy Liu in 3rd position right now, 1 second behind Charles. Charles has got that 2nd position now. He just wants to run and hide away from everybody now. Let Lucy Liu and Klausman fight it out for 3rd position now. He just wants to focus on getting up to and past Rotek. Right, Mass 67. 8.7 seconds behind Klausman. He's got plenty of time over the turns. No issues there. Lucy Liu 3rd. Whoa! Klausman's outbraking himself there. Definitely ambition over adhesion there. Nearly took Lucy Liu out, but luckily managed to take some avoiding action, so he didn't collect Lucy Liu on the corner there. Where's Charles now? 2nd position, got about 1.1. Just keeping ahead, keeping the gap stable now. We've got MN Rotek is currently 10.8 seconds clear. Calmly dealing with the situation at hand. He's got a fastest lap of a 2 minutes 8.418. Comparatively to Charles, is running a 2:10 as his fastest lap. And a 2:10.8, so he's only 2/10 down on his fastest lap on the previous lap as well. So he's keeping his lap times good. Lucy Liu has broken a bit of a gap against Klausman now. She's got 1.4 seconds ahead and about 5/10 behind Charles, so challenging now. I wonder if maybe because Lucy Liu seems to be her driving style, seems to be a little bit more aggressive, whether the tyre temperatures are actually being affected. Affluent and Lucy, go, go, go. Thank you, Steve, GT610. Any issues with the volumes of the sounds, please let me know and I'll make some adjustments. Everything seems to be going okay at the moment though, which is wonderful. All right, Lucy Liu's got Klausman. Steve, can you just confirm if Lucy Liu is in fact a girl? Because I keep calling her she. So I hope it is a she. And if it is a he, I do apologise. Klausman's going up the inside looking for there, see if he can distract Lucy Liu out. Lucy Liu out. Holding 3rd position now, keeping cool and calm. Back end is stepping out, but she's keeping it good. Right, how's Massma doing now? He's making some time back on while Klausman and Lucy Liu are fighting it out for that 4th position, so 3rd position. Massma's just calmly dealing with things now. Just creeping the time back, resetting himself from a bit of a wobble, shall we say, at the beginning of the race. Right, let's check the 2nd league out. Well, not 2nd league, but you know, 2nd bunch, 2nd pack now. So we've got Ramos in 6th position, 4.7 seconds ahead of TCR, who's got about 6/10 ahead of McKenna. Now McKenna's also got Johnny for close company. Now these three have been pretty much line astern now since the beginning of the race. Where are we? 5 laps in, about nearly 9 minutes 50 now. So everyone should be just settling down now, getting into a rhythm. And as you can see, those car back ends, they are twitchy as anything, aren't they? The cars just do not want to, they are misbehaving and complaining under the questions that are being asked by the drivers when it comes to applying the throttle. Let's have a look at Johnny at the moment. Whoa, there we go, bit of a real drift there for Johnny. Double R currently at 5 seconds behind Johnny and 8.4 ahead of Slimmy. Slimmy's currently rocking 11th position, 6.6 seconds ahead of Robin. And Robin is currently 12th position now. Right. Whoa, we've got McKenna taking a position up on Johnny up on the inside. Oh, struggling for traction. I think Johnny might just get away with that one. I think he did. Luckily, Johnny was able to have a better traction out of the corner then, so he just managed to protect the position. McKenna's going to be, it won't be long for this, for 8th position though. McKenna seems to have the faster car of the two now. Seems a little bit more confident in the braking areas and also in the straight lines. Ooh. Johnny is being super defensive right now. He's making McKenna work the long way round. Less than 2 tenths between them now. As I say, that just come to 4 tenths. Go figure. Whoa! Collected a bit of dirt there, kicking up the back. Right, Johnny in 8th position. McKenna in 9th. Who's it going to be? We're going to be going down to the final chicane shortly. Just going to head around the long right-hander. A little bit of a wide there. Can't get the back end stable. He is. He's still got within 6 tenths in the wet. I would say you've got to be within a couple of tenths really to make a manoeuvre, because you can't guarantee braking zones and all the rest of it. People wobbling and having their own accidents all by themselves. Back end's kicking out of McKenna. Can he make a move? He's thinking about it. Oh, he's turning. No, unfortunately not. Johnny's got the racing line. Johnny should pull away now. That should hopefully has given Johnny a little bit of a reprieve actually, because now he's down the main straight. He should hopefully have a bit of breathing room and not have to worry about defending into turn 1. Right. Oh dear. TCR Karma de Gamer. Gaming. A little bit of a naughty there. He's got a half a second penalty potentially for a corner cutting, or maybe he did such a curb or barrier. Either way, that's really not going to be what you want to be seeing on your screen right now when you want to be trying to focus, keep 2 very fast guys behind you, and also trying to close down the dude in front. And then you've got a half a second penalty to serve. It's not what you need at this point. But if he keep his focus, he's got 2-second gap ahead of Johnny and McKenna. So if he can just keep that gap pretty consistent, he should hopefully maintain his position. Right, let's Ramos, how's he doing? He's got 4.9, currently running in a top position for his class. Yes, he is. He's improving his lap time. Sector 1 is 0.255 up on his previous best, so he's flying along. But what happens actually when the people get in front and they're ahead of everybody, they get a little bit more breathing room. The car just seems a bit more calmer. Everything just behaves itself a little bit more, and everyone's a bit more happy. Just concentrate on the driving, not have to worry about defending or attacking. How's Charles doing? Charles has got 16 seconds behind Rotek, who's just romping into the distance now. Still holding the fastest lap with a 2:07.247. Fantastic driving right going on now. Charles is currently 2nd, Klausman 3rd, Lucy Wu 4th. Masma 67 is 5th. Jay Ramos turns 1st position for his class, and followed by Karma Gaming. Still got to serve his 0.5 second penalty. A bit of rear wheel slidey drift there going in there. Johnny's following suit also. Right, what's Johnny got now? He's got about 2 seconds to make on it. It'll be interesting to see how much momentum it is actually lost, having to serve half a second penalty on this back straight. It's a horrible place to serve it. I mean, I can understand why, because it's a long straight and you need to move off the racing line and things like that, ghost out of the way, but still. Right, half second penalty, right, it was 2.3. How much momentum has he lost? Not a huge amount, maybe half a second, maybe a little bit more. Yeah. Maybe about 7 tenths actually, so there you go. So there's a net 7 tenths gain for Johnny on that one, so it's not really bad for a free gift. Ooh, although to be fair, Johnny... Whoa, hello, McKenna's taken a very interesting line through the chicane there. Be interesting to see if he gets away with that. No, I didn't think he would. Half a second penalty for McKenna there. Joe Cabano, the East... what? The East... thank you. Yes, I agree. Right, let's get up front, shall we? Charles in currently 2nd position. He's got 19 seconds behind Rotek. Oh, the weather. Okay, yes, the weather is rather moist, shall we say. It's a little damp. But never mind, could be worse. Did anyone answer the question? Is Lucy Wu a female or just a feminine name? Because I keep referring to her as she, so I assume it's a girl. I hope it is, and I hope I'm not insulting anybody when I ask that question, but you know, I am what I am, and a dinosaur is that. Right, Masma is currently in 5th position right now. He's actually closed some time up on Klausman now. He's actually 3.5 to 3.7, so he's been nibbling away at Klausman's time pretty consistently now. We just have a look at his lap time. So he's running, let's see, 2:11, 2:10, 2:10, 2:10, and 2:09. Klausman's rocking 2:11s, 2:12s, 2:11s, and 2:10. So there. So it would make sense that Masman has actually been eking into his lead quite considerably, actually. Doing very well. How's Lucy Liu doing? Currently in third position in a 3.5 second sandwich between Klausman and Charles. Charles, 23 seconds, is definitely losing time out to Rotek. So his lap times, 2:10s, the 2:8 is his fastest, 2:10 and the 2:14 the previous lap. Rotek, yes, look at that consistency. Look at 2:8, then 2:7, pretty much from there on in. So Rotek is just romping into the distance. How's Mass doing? 3.6 seconds now. He's got the hint of a sniff of a position against Klausman, and he's going for it. Right, let's see. Let's have a look at Ramos. Right, there we go. McKenna's got serving his half-second penalty. That's given Karma a little bit of a breathing room now for the position. So he's taken 8th position from McKenna. McKenna's going to be wanting to relieve TCR Karma de Gaming of that position and take it back for him. He's thinking, very nice for you to hold it for me, but I will have that back now. Weather's playing its part. The cars are slipping and sliding and dancing all over the track at the moment. Game isn't registering any tyre wear at the moment, which I find very unsimulator-esque. I mean, I know they're wet tyres, but they still wear out just the same as everybody else, any other tyres. So interesting to see why that's not being simulated itself. As you can see, Johnny's in 7th position. We've got Karma in 8th. McKenna is in 9th, going slightly further back now. We've got Double R into 10th. Slimmy is in 11th position, 8.3 seconds ahead of Robin, and Robin is actually getting blue flags now. So the class 1, or upper class as it were, not upper class, that's a terrible analogy, but the other class of racing is just coming around to take Robin for a lap. All right, let's see if we can get this. Johnny. TCR Karma de Gaming is he's got McKenna all over him for company at the moment now. McKenna's not getting him away. He wants that position back. 0.4 seconds faster. Whoa, look at that. A lot of time being found there. McKenna's got a bit of a confidence now. We'll stick with these two for a few minutes actually to see how this, see if this conversation, shall we say, for 8th position can be resolved. Battle of the Brits. 3.03. Oh, Karma's gone wide. Now McKenna's not going to be very happy about that, but unfortunately McKenna did understeer into the corner. And McKenna's got dirty wheels now. It's going to take him a few corners to clean those up. He's going to be absolutely miffed with that. That's not going to be a very happy man right now. Nothing Karma could do about it. Unfortunately, the car just understeered out of his control. The fact they didn't collect each other is pretty impressive actually, but McKenna's not going to be happy after that. Double R's currently in 10th position, 5.5, been given a gift maybe to catch up with McKenna, so fair play on that one. Johnny's also been given a bit of a gift of a reprieve right now, so he's got a couple of second gap and buffer now to the gentleman fighting behind. We've got Ramos Tunes in 6th position now. He's got 6.9 on Johnny, and he's about 1 minute now behind Lucy Liu. But well, that would actually make more sense. Actually, yeah, well, hang on a minute. We've had a position change now because Klausman's in 3rd. Masper's in 67 is in 3rd, and Lucy Liu's in 5th. So Lucy Liu must have had an off. There we go. If you look at the lap times, she's got 2:11, then on lap 8 at 2:19. Damn, she must have lost some time on that one. Masper actually at that time recorded damn near it's his fastest lap actually. So fair play. I was asking the question earlier. Actually, was Lucy Liu's driving style a little bit too aggressive for the conditions? And I suppose that question may have just been answered. You see the back end is constantly in the form of twitch. I don't think that back end's been in a straight line the entire race. It's either sideways or backwards at the moment. Oh, that's going to be annoying. How much time did the potential loss there? So we're talking maybe 5-6 seconds. Yeah, it's enough for a position or two. Mass want to be happy with that. He's probably thinking a bit of luck his way would be good. After the first lap shenanigans, it's not going to be a happy bunny. Klausman's currently in 3rd position now. He's got 3.1 over Massman and 8.1 behind Charles. Charles got 20 seconds there ahead, behind on Rotek and 8.3 ahead of Klausman. Fastest lap, a 2 minutes 8.833. So a 2:10, a 2:14, followed by a pair of 2:10s, damn near at the same time, so the nearest 10th. Rotek, 2:07 is fastest lap, and then a whole bunch of 2:07s and a 2:14. One would have to assume that a 7-second deficit in one lap has either be an off or a hell of a lot of blue flags. We know he's been catching people. He's up to 11th position Slimmy, so whether he had to take some avoiding action to avoid being collected by one of the back markers, that might have been what happened, to be fair. Right, let's have a look at Lucy Wu. She's currently down in 5th position right now. 3 tenths. 4 tenths behind Masma. A lot more action on track on this one. The first stint that we commentated on was very much a game of chess between the front runners. Whoa, Lucy Wu's back end's kicking out all over the place. Yes, very much a game of chess really. Who's going to pit, who's going to be the fastest car, when to push, when to save, when to conserve. A couple of the drivers, actually one in particular, did actually run out of fuel about 100 metres towards the end, so it's all about to fall over the line, but the rest of them pretty much managed to measure it to a perfection. Finished the race with about 0.2% of the fuel left actually, so it's pretty impressive that was. Well, let's have a look at 3rd position now. So we'll go to Lucy and we'll see, let's get an onboard view, there we go. Oh, I can hear the rain coming down, it's absolutely horrendous out there. If there's any issues with the commentary, if my voice is too quiet or if anyone can't hear me, please let me know so that I can adjust the volume controls now, because we had this problem in the first stint where not many people could hear my voice, which probably is a good thing depending on which way you look at it. So we'll go for a slightly outside view. There we go. We'll do the Super GT view, and hopefully we won't curse anyone into the shadow realm, as they won't be very happy if that happens. Right, Lucy Wu, 5th position, 1 minute ahead of the next class down, and 1 second behind Masma 67. See by the lap time, you see though how slippy the conditions are out there. It's absolutely horrendous. Is that Klausmann up front? Yes, it is. Oh, car's snaking all over the place. See a lot of gear changes going on. I'm flying up and down the gears, trying to find traction, just trying to stop the car from either nose diving or careering into a corner. Ooh. I think we're going to go to an outside view, because I don't know about anybody else, but I'm getting a bit sick watching that. So let's go to Masma. He's currently in 4th position. He's got 2.4 seconds on Klausmann now. Masma's having an absolute brilliant race right now. Talk about a recovery drive. Okay, Charles is in 2nd position now. 25 seconds on Rotek. Rotek has just got his head down. He's actually pumping in the lap times now, pulling away. Obviously managed to reset and find his rhythm again. Charles 2nd position, 7.6 ahead of Klausmann. Klausmann, fastest lap of 2 minutes 10, 7.47. And 2.5 seconds ahead of Masma 67. Now Masma's got to be thinking about potential positions here. Let's just watch his deltas for a moment there. 2.7, 2.8, 2.89, 2.9. Interesting to see. Let's see where we're going on the braking points now. See if he's catching up or is he losing. Down to 2.6 again. He just seems a little bit more confident with that car. But maybe the conditions are suiting his driving style a little bit more. It's very smooth actually. Then we've got Lucy Wu in the background there, kicking out the back there, making it very exciting to watch. It's not particularly the fastest way around the track, but it does look good. Yep, there's Robin in 12th position now. We'll have to be blue flags are waving. Have to get off the racing line, move out of the way so that you don't impede the gentleman behind, or the racers behind, should I say. Yeah, you can see the deltas between the two are down to 2 seconds now, so Masma is making inroads into Klausmann. Lucy Wu doing 5th position, just trying to find a way around Robin. Robin is not particularly making this easy, if I'm honest with you. Robin's being lapped right now, and he's not giving Lucy Wu any real sort of help or compliance with regards to the blue flags there. If you're being lapped and you're in a slower car, just get out of the way. You're not racing, so why bother? You're just impeding the car in front, or the car's overlapping you, and you're just slowing your own race down, so it's kind of pointless really. Right, where's Johnny? He's currently in 6th position, got blue flags are waving, so he's got a leader coming up behind him to take him. Yep, there's Rotek, shall I say. Has Johnny taken Ramos and McKenna actually? Was Johnny in 1st position? That particular group? I think he was actually, yeah. Yeah. Ramos turns and currently in 7th position now. 3 point, he's in a 3.5 second sandwich between Johnny and McKenna still. McKenna's got Karma to Gaming in 9th position now, 7 tenths behind him. Got to be thinking about a position soon. Maybe I don't know whether 7 tenths is a bit of a gap for a late lunge really. He's going to need McKenna to force him into an error, so he needs to sort of creep up behind him, as it were, and force the gentleman into an error of some description. Maybe a bit of a traction overload, or maybe off into a corner or something like that, maybe, or maybe dip a rear wheel into a bit of dirt. Just something just to give him a sniff of a chance. See Karma there, he's got a good run out of that actually, to be fair. Let's have a look. Let's do a bit of an on-board with Karma, there we go. Well, that window wiper's working hard today. He does look a lot calmer on the steering wheel, it has to be said actually. Solid continuous motion movements. Yep. Not letting the oversteer kick out, keeping the power down, keeping the wheel straight. Oh, that weather's absolutely horrendous at the moment. A classic British summertime. The brakes, oh, we've had a bit of a wobble there. Caught a bit of dirt. Oh, trying to avoid the chicane there. McKenna took an interesting line through there actually. I wonder whether he'll be penalised for that. So Karma, yeah, I thought so. McKenna will get a half a second penalty. That's going to be interesting now. That's going to give Karma to Gaming a little bit of a sniff of a chance of an opportunity now. Just needs to close that gap down. He's got well, best part of a bit of a lap to do it now. 2.3 seconds, so he's going to have to close him down if he wants to get that position. How's Double R doing? Double R is currently in 10th position. I call him Double R because I can't pronounce his name, so I do apologise. He's 5.2 behind Karma and 20.9 seconds ahead of Slimmy. Now, I'm glad Slimmy is still here because we lost him in Stint 1. I'm not entirely sure what happened, but there was definitely a connection issue of some point, at some degree, so he did have a bit of a problem there. It's good to see him. He's in 11th position now. He's flying along. 21.7 behind Double R, 18 seconds ahead of Robin. And here's Robin currently at the moment, holding up last position. Keeping himself to himself, trying to avoid trouble. Driving a good race. Right, Rotek, 29.8 seconds ahead of Charles right now. Klausman is in second position, 8.4 ahead of... Sorry, Charles is in second position, 8.4, 8.3 ahead of Klausman. Klausman has got a Massima 67 now, and he's, as we left them before, there was a lap delta of round about 3 seconds, I think it was, and they've dropped it now. Massima caught up with him, and is down to less than a second now, so Massima's got to be thinking about position change right now. Fuel's not really playing in much of a factor at the moment, actually. The cars are keeping pretty honest now. Oh, Massima's thinking about taking a position now. He's going to try on the inside. Surely Klausman's been out cutting down. Klausman's gone wide, he's taking him. Has given Massima the position. Massima is now into its third position as Klausman goes wide. Now, was that under pressure, or was that just unfortunate due to the weather conditions now? Unfortunately, we don't have instant replays because GT7 decided in its infinite wisdom not to allow that with the keyboard control, so yay them. Anyway, either way, Massima has been given a gift of third position, and he's romped off into the distance. Pulled a lead of 2.3 seconds on him now, 2.5 seconds in fact. Lucy Wu's got to be fancying an attack now on Klausman. 1.4 seconds behind. Got to be thinking his possibility now, his possibilities. Improved their previous sector now by nearly 2/10. Going on for a fastest lap. A current fastest lap is a 2 minutes 10 0.077 lap. Previous lap was a 10.6 actually, so there's only 6/10 off. Oops, excuse me. The back end still kicking out. Still keep putting that power on. Very, very heavy right foot. About a second behind now. Power on, keep it going. There we go. A little bit of drift, but not too bad. Short shifting on there, sitting in the gears. Nibbling away at Klausman. Right, what's going on further down the field? Let's have a look. There's a huge gaggle of cars here. What's going on here? Kenner's got about 2 seconds behind. TCR. TCR's actually... Whoa, TCR's well off the track. Oh, Double R's going to be fancying a bit of an opportunity there. We haven't seen much of Double R actually. I can't pronounce his name, that's why I call him Double R, so we'll have a look at that. 10th position currently, 1.3 seconds behind TCR. Just completed faster sector time, down there, it's like on its personal best. Personal best being a 2:21.094. That's Karma's personal best, we can't see because the graphics in the way. It was a 2:19, so there we go. So there is a bit of a potential there. There's Double R right now, less than a second behind. We're getting on board. Whoa, we're getting all sorts of feedback. We won't be doing on board with that one. Okay, for whatever reasons going on there, Massive's coming up to blue flag, so he's going to have to overtake. There. Hello, what's going on in third position now? Oh no, it's okay. Oh no, it's not. We've got Klausman in fourth. Oh, there's a whole gaggle of cars right now. We've got a massive amount of block work right now. So we've got gentlemen from the first class and that are fighting away. Then we've got Karma in the next class down, is also involving in the battles. And we've got all sorts of shenanigans kicking off now. Everyone's bumping and banging into each other. So McKenna is he battling Charles? Is there any reason for that? Yeah, half a second penalty now, so it might have been a bit of a bumping and banging going on there. Double R's coming up into 10th position. He's got about 4 or 5 tenths behind TCR now. Half a second penalty for McKenna to serve. Ramos turn, 7th position now. 4.3 behind Johnny. There's Johnny, just completed turn 1. And he's on his way. Give away the faster cars because they're coming through. What are the gaps now? Gaps are pretty good. Massa's currently in 3rd position now, chasing down Charles. Got Lucy Wu to 4th. She's obviously taking Klausman. Got 10 seconds on Klausman, in fact, actually. Yeah, I don't think those lap in the back markers help. There's going to be probably some discussion after the event, actually, as to what's going on there. Right, we just managed to grab hold of Ramos. Now, who's he got blue flags with? Who's behind Ramos? Oh, it's Charles. Okay. So there's been some battling and shenanigans going on there. McKenna's still got half a second penalty to serve from 8th position. As we see Ramos in the foreground of the picture there, just moving out of the way. I think it was Charles. Double R's currently still in 10th position. He's got a TCR in front of him by about 1.5 seconds. Where are we now? We're about 1/4 race distance done, 14 laps down. So yeah, I did say we're probably getting around about the 60 lap range. So looking up, we'll probably hit the 60s. Everyone's fuel loads are more or less, we'll have a quick rundown from first to last with the fuel. So everyone's pretty much on half, 1/4 fuel tanks. McKenna actually giving us a bit of back end slide in there, thank you very much. Yeah, everyone, if we go through the field, everyone's pretty much on about 1/4 of a tank of fuel. Whoa, there we go, Double R's taking TCR. I thought there might have been a bit of, they were getting close actually, but Double R's done him. Whether TCR was having a bit of traction issues there, and Double R was able to capitalise on the opportunity there, but he's definitely, yep, he's taken him. TCR's not going to be very happy about that. He's going to be all up. Get Bennett out of shape. As we can see, he's challenging back right away. No messing around. He's going to take a much tighter line there. It's going to be pretty shallow on the way out. Got blue flags as well, so there's a front runner coming out to a lap done, which is not going to help the situation. There we go. Double R in 10th. TCR in 11th. Double R in 9th. TCR in 10th. All these R's and numbers confuse me. Klausman's coming up to Lapner now. Oh no! So they're going defensive. Klausman's, unfortunately, he's going to be in a bit of problems right now because these guys are battling tooth and nail for this position. Karma's gone a very creative manner of racing line there. He's going to have to relieve that position or he's going to get penalised for that. And unfortunately, we got it on camera. We got to see it as well. So he's going to have to give that position back, surely. He went up the inside of the chicane there. He's relinquished it. Has he relinquished? No, it's still in 9th. Making Double R go the long way round on him. Didn't get a penalty for it actually, which is interesting. So obviously, well, maybe it was a clean manoeuvre actually. We don't have instant replay, so we can't see an onboard account of the event, unfortunately. That is a shame. I would have liked to have seen that. Damn you, Polyphonic. Well, we'll stick with these two for the moment actually. This is where there seems to be a good battle on track at the moment. Double R's not going to be very happy about that because his position was taken rather than earned, I feel, on that one actually, but we'll see. Karma's taken another exuberant line through there. He's definitely going off the track a lot more actually. He's pushing very hard. Yeah, he's improved his lap. Whoa, okay, that's that car's starting to complain a little bit more under what's being asked of it now actually, and that's giving Double R the opportunity now. He's come up on the inside of him now, and Karma's gone wide, so he's have to leave him a bit of room. See if we can get a decent on board. There we go, they're alongside now. Is Double R going to make it? Karma does cut him through. Doesn't really cut his nose off, but he certainly gives him a bit of a nudge to help him, to let him know where he is. Stick with this view now. There's nothing between these two, it's nip and tuck now. Can't help but feel these two boys have got the red mist now, so here comes that Double R, he's coming after him again. He's got a bit of momentum, 2.631. Oh, Karma's gone a bit wide. That's going to give Double R an opportunity going down into the chicane. We'll stick with him through this long right-hander. Oh, there we go. Traction's been lost. Double R is definitely better at this second part of the track, but look at the straight line speed of that car. Good grief. Trying to stick with it now. He's going to go around him. And try and outbrake him around the outside. He's going to make him cut. Looking for a switchback. No, he's not. I already thought he was going to have him then. This will be interesting if he's going to go for a dive. He's going for it. So we get to the final corner of the race. Carmen's coming through. Gives him a little bit of a touch there. Nothing too bad. Little rubbing. Rubbing is racing. I honestly thought that Double R was going to have him then, actually. We'll go back to Double. Can we get some on board with Double R without the audio problems? There we go. We'll try that now from a cockpit point of view. Can we look around? Oh, we can actually. Brilliant. We'll do some of that. We'll look around while we're on cockpit view. See, he's Karma was pretty much off the track at one point then. Now, well, that's a lag situation going on now. I don't really know. Yeah, he's definitely the fastest too. He's Double R actually. He's going. Look at that. Oh, alongside him. They're going wheel to wheel. Well, once again. Just can't seem to find a way around. I think Karma's definitely going to get the award for the world's widest car in Gran Turismo today. He's ducking and weaving. He's trying to see which way he can go. See that wheel's glowing and the heat coming out of those things. Karma's definitely got a lot of less traction out of those corners. Can't help but feel that he's going to have him soon. On board again. Whoa, you can see Karma's back end's kicking out. Oh, that's got to be an opportunity now, surely. How is he able to keep forward momentum there? It's pretty impressive driving, actually. The car kicking away like that, and he's still able to keep the momentum up just enough to keep Double R behind him. Taking the line, feeding the power in slowly. Wait till the wheel straight, and then booting the power. They're both losing time hand over fist now. Now Slimmy's actually making some inroads into them now, it looks like. Are we going to get an opportune overtake manoeuvre at the moment? See if Karma can go wide. Oh, he's going to make it through. Yep, that poor bollard's getting absolutely mullering tonight. Today even. Outside view, these two might stabilise for a few minutes now. We'll have to come back and check them. Let's do a quick rundown of positions then. So, Rotek is in first position, just recorded his fastest first sector of the race, which is the fastest first sector of anybody actually currently right now. First position, he's got 53 seconds ahead of Charles. Charles is in second, 7.8 seconds ahead of Lucy Wu. Lucy Wu's moved to third now. She's obviously taken a position back from Maxima 67, with about second now, so we missed that unfortunately, watching the battle lower down the field. Maxima 44th position with 19.2 seconds ahead of Klausman. Klausman seems to be going a little bit backwards now at the moment. Currently in fifth. Johnny is in sixth, first position for his class, 3.9 seconds ahead of Ramus Turns. Ramus Turns now is in seventh position, 6.5 seconds ahead of McKenna. McKenna's leading TCR, Gamer and Double R by about 15 seconds right now. Slimmy is in 11th position, 28 seconds behind. Not really making inroads at the moment. I thought he was bringing some time up, but I think he's obviously having a bit of trouble navigating his way now. Robin is currently in 12th position, 1 minute and 14 behind Slimmy. It's about half a lap behind Slimmy at the moment. Right, PPL Eddie says, nice racing in the rain. It is very nice racing actually, Eddie. If there's anyone in particular you would like to see, let me know and we'll see if we can get focused in on them. So we've got Double R is in 10th position. I'll call him Double R because I can't pronounce his name. He's in 10th position. He's got TCR. They are going hammer and tongue, lap after lap, corner after corner, wheel to wheel racing. It's wonderful to see. They haven't actually, there's been a little bit of rubbing, as they say, but no collisions yet. No one's dive bombed, and no one's launched or fired a lunge at anybody, which is good to see. Everyone's keeping nice and cool and calm. Double R's got to be fancying his opportunity though. I mean, he's been sticking with him tooth and nail. Here we go again. So on the outside line, TCR is definitely going to win the award for the world's widest car, I think, today. Right, so he's got a momentum on him now. He's taken 9th position. This is going to be interesting. Whoa, he's sliding all over the place. Oh dear, this could end in serious tears. His tank slapper's going. TCR's going. He's actually facing the wrong way. Whoa boy. Oh, dearie me, fair play. That was some very serious sliding, accident avoiding reaction. TCR's unfortunately had to reverse his car. He's on the dirt at the moment. What's going on here? Is he... Oh no, he's quit. TCR has left the race. Oh no. I think the red mist might just descended and it's just pretty much proven too much for him. Oh no. We've lost TCR, but that's given Slimmy and Robin an extra position now. Oh, gutted. Double R's now free to race. He's got 17.1 seconds to crack down on McKenna now to get that position. That's given Slimmy and Robin an opportunity now. That's given them a free position as well. In fact, Johnny's actually in the same class as them. He's coming to lap them from 6th position. Fair play. Right, time check. We are 41 minutes in, 18 laps completed. How are we doing pit stop wise? Everyone's fuel was pretty much good. Rotek's having a pretty boring race really. He's just sort of lapping on his own. Lap times, look at those, 2:07. I think if he had he has had one 2:08, so he obviously fancied doing something a little bit different that lap, but did a 2:08. How's Charles doing? Yeah, you can see the difference. Look at that, 2:10s, 11s and 13s, and then you've got Rotek that's reporting 2:07s pretty much lap after lap. Lucy Wu is currently in 3rd position now. She's got 0.8 of a second ahead of Masma, 67, who's chasing her down. I assume it's a she. I hope it is. And if it's not, I do apologise for getting your name completely wrong. Klausman's in 5th. He's been dropped by these two by about 20 seconds at the moment. What their lap times compared to? So he's been rocking 11s, 12s, 13s. Masma, 10s and 9s. Lucy Wu also in the 10s and 9s. There we go. We'll stick with these two now. So this is the faster class of the two that are racing in this event today. Battling it out for 3rd position. We've got Masma. Let's see if we can get a bit of on board with Masma. There we go. A lot of rain going on right now. If you can't hear my voice, let me know and I'll make audio corrections. I'm very new to streaming and commentating, so I'm still learning my ways with this. I'm trying to keep everything as good as I can, but if there is anything you want me to do or say or see, then let me know. If you want to see any more content from myself, my Twitch is MetalTech721. Please search me up and you'll find me, and then obviously a bit more content from myself if you get really enjoyable of hearing my beautiful dulcet tones. And if you don't want to, then I apologise. Well, I can't shout because I'm talking about it, but there's a mute button, so you can use it. Anyhow, we've got Masma 67, who's challenging Lucy Liu for 3rd position right now. Now he's giving Lucy Wu all of everything to think about right now. Got to be fancy in the position now. It's probably a lot easier to chase than it is to be caught, I always find. And racing, Lucy Liu's gone wide in that chicane system there. That's got to give Masma an opportunity now. Let's see if we get to a bit of outside viewings. Let's see, there we go. Let's see if we can get a bit of a side-by-side shot of him down into the chicane. Oh, you can see Lucy Wu's looking traction is so... I think it seems to work. I mean, look how she pulls away like an absolute rocket. Good grief. Always braking. Careful not to collect each other. Oh, there's been a contact. Lucy Liu's had a bit of a slapsy. Massa's holding position. He's not overtaking. He's making sure Lucy Wu is getting away. That's fair play, actually. Obviously, outbraked himself there. These conditions are completely treacherous at the moment. It's so difficult to judge braking position, especially when there's rain like this. Factor in the lag and also everything else that's going on. It is pretty impressive that they didn't collect each other. A little bit of a nudge, but he didn't take position. He held back and allowed the racing to continue. True gentleman racing. Well done, Masma. Right, is anybody close on track? There's a gaggle somewhere at about 3 cars there. We've got Ramis, who's in 7th, 1.4 ahead of McKenna. He's got 20 seconds ahead of Double R right now. So Double R's pretty much on his lonesome now. Let's have a look at McKenna and Ramson. There we go. Ramis? I don't know what I'm going Ramson for. Ramis in 7th position, 1.3 seconds ahead of McKenna, coming in 8th position. And I'm clicking on the wrong button, so we can't see who's doing what. Got blue flags again. So front runners are lapping the slower cars, which is to be expected really, given the power and speed differential between the two. Someone got in the pits there, or someone had a spin. Let's have a look. Can't seem to go back. Ramis has gone. Who's that coming past Ramis? That is... Oh, it's Rotek. That would make more sense now. Okay. Robin currently is also being lapped, actually. There's like a double lap situation going on there. Oh, excuse me, just stretching my back out a little bit there. So Rotek actually reported the new fastest lap of the race, a 2 minutes 6.754. He has on lap 20 as well. Fantastic driving. Refusing to be beaten. Charles is actually 5.6 behind now. Lucy Wu. Hang on, does Rotek have a bit of a... No, he hasn't. It's okay. All right, Lucy Wu's got 1 second gap on Masma now. She'll want to be protecting that in case Masma decides to have another little lunge. Let's have a look. Klausman currently in 22 seconds behind, 1:30 ahead of Johnny. That's to be expected given the car differentials. Johnny's got a 10-second lead on McKenna now. He's currently running first position for the class. Go Johnny. All right, McKenna's currently in 7th position now. He's got Ramos in 8th. Double R is in 9th, and that's actually... Oh, we've got Slimmy in the pits. Let's have a look. Slimmy's pitting. Whoa, we've got some rear back-end damage as Robin clouted him. No, Robin's not got some damage. I wonder if Slimmy spun potentially. God, I wish we had instant replays. Right, where's Robin? He's currently in 11th position now. Where is he on track? He's got quite the way behind. Whoa, Robin's had a bit of a moment there. Whoa, who's that in front has had a moment as well? Someone's definitely facing wrong, or you have a yellow flag. Who is that? Oh, Ramos, what's happened, mate? You're in 8th. Jesus. Oh, no. That's going to give Double R an opportunity now. Where's Double R now? Because he was gaining on him now. Hand over fist, has been given an absolute stonker of a time now. That's not a good lap time. That's terrible. He's had a couple of bad laps, actually. Robin's now left the room. Robin's also gone. So we've lost 2 racers now. We lost Slimmy and we lost Robin. One of those connection issues for Robin, potentially. Or maybe he just got fed up of falling off. Oh, gutted. I was enjoying watching them as well. Or maybe on the next one. Anyway, show must go on. 8th position. Ramos turns. Ironic, because he turned around recently. So his last lap was a 2:32. I think this next lap isn't going to be much to shout about either. So he's had a couple of bad laps, really. I wonder if it was him that collected Slimmy, actually, thinking about it. Potential, right. Double R is coming up into 9th position. He's got 1.2 seconds behind now. Let's have a look. Can we get some on board now to see what's going on? Whoa, oh yes, Ramos has actually hit the pits. That would make sense given the what's been going on. How's he doing fuel-wise? He's got a front-end damage. If damage is on full, they will have to pit to get this repaired. He's going to put the intermediates on. Oh, he's got the intermediates. He's got 15% of fuel, actually, so it's probably just as well he hit the pit. We're currently on board is Slimmy at the moment, for reasons unbeknownst to me. Double R has taken 8th position now. He's got 19 seconds on McKenna, so Double R is actually moving up the field pretty consistently at the moment, actually. He's doing well. He's doing very well. How's McKenna doing right now? He's currently pretty much on his lonesome. Bit of a wobble off track there, but he's keeping it going in the right direction, which is always good to have. Johnny, 6th position, 12 seconds leading on McKenna. Well, Klausman now, he's got 17 seconds behind Lucy Wu. Now, Lucy's 4 seconds being dropped. Whoa, that car's bouncing all over there. It's really so aggressive racing starts, but the only one that does that, which is, well, it's great for us to watch, actually, to be fair, but I don't know if the tyres are enjoying themselves, though. Masma's back up to 3rd position now, 4.8 ahead of Lucy Wu, and 8.7 behind Charles. Charles currently rocking 2nd position, and he's got about 1:08 behind Rotek. Now, Rotek is just romping off into the distance now. He's hardly been challenged for anything at the moment. Right, let's just quickly go down the field. Let's see if anybody is got any issues anywhere. No, we've got 10 racers out of the 12 that started left now. I suppose you can put those down to mechanical failures or connection issues. Everybody's pretty well spread out at the moment, actually. I think the pit stops are going to be happening probably the next 5 to 10 laps. So we'll probably see some close racing once those sort of shake out. Have a look at Rotek at the moment. Right, let's have a look. Who can we focus on now? Klausman's currently in 5th position, chasing down Lucy Wu. Let's have a look at his sector times. Let's have a look at his lap times, actually. So Lucy Wu has been pouring lap times of 2:10s, 2:09s, a couple of 2:10s and 2:17. What about Klausman? Let's have a look now. 2:11s, followed by 2:10s. So it's, yeah, there's definitely a bit of a speed difference there. Coming down to weather, actually, to be fair. Johnny's pretty much reporting 2:20s now. Pretty much bored, I reckon. I think he's just like, you know, I'll just do 2:20s for breakfast, he says. McKenna, 7th position. Excuse me. 2:20s, 19s. His lap time's a little bit more fluid than Johnny's, to say. Double R's coming in, got 43 seconds on Ramos, courtesy of Ramos's little spin, unfortunately, which is a bit of a shame. He's got 19 seconds to catch on McKenna now. God blimey. quite a deficit to overhaul actually. I don't know if he's going to be able to pull that in. Everybody's spread out quite a lot at the moment actually. There's not any battles, everyone's just lapping now, probably just waiting for the next onslaught of laps and chimes to change. So Slimmy's completed his pit stop, taken on just over, I'll say what, 55–60% fuel. We're looking enough to see him through the end of the race. I don't know, we're 50 minutes in now, so we're coming up to half distance. But not really, is that going to be enough to do it? Might be enough to complete the race. We didn't see whether he changed his tyres or not actually, unfortunately, because of all the action on track. So okay, let's go back up the field, see if anybody is doing anything. Whoa, we've got McKenna's having a bit of a speed moment there. Improving his time, 1/10 faster up on his fastest lap right now. So his fuel burn is happening, so there's not much fuel left on that thing. Johnny's currently in the red on the fuel at the moment, so he's actually his lap times will be pretty quick, but he's only going to have a couple more laps of fuel left actually. As you can see there by the 10th, his second split is 1:50–1:56 up on his previous best actually, so he's improving his time. So the lack of fuel on board is obviously giving him a bit more speed, but he's only going to have a couple of laps to use it. Klausman currently is in 5th position now, 17 behind Lucy Wu. She has dropped position now. It's about 5.3, 5.4 behind Masma. Masma's pretty much in a sort of 5 to 7 second sandwich between 4th and 2nd at the moment. Charles is just keeping himself honest and flying about, making sure Rotec doesn't completely disappear into the distance, although Rotec is pretty much running his own race at this point in time. Let's have a look at Johnny. So let's get an on board with Johnny. He's just started his first lap. Just started a lap, so we're just doing around to turn 1 right now. See what his lines are like now. So it's pretty much even Stevens through the second through turn 2. Oh, the cars are understeering all over the day in this weather at the moment. Yeah, just got to caress the car through the corners at the moment. The thing just does not want to behave itself. We're getting a bit of lag right now, so we're not getting a true representation of his racing lines, unfortunately. So I do apologise for that. Could I stop promoting my own channel? Yes, I can stop promoting my own channel. I do apologise. I didn't really get any guidance as to what I could and couldn't say, so I do apologise for that. I won't do that anymore. I've only done it 3 times though, to be fair, so. But unfortunately, you know, man's got to eat. Masma, the 3rd position, has hit the pits with 17% fuel left. He's got 4 wets on. Let's see if we can stay with him. We're going to get an inside view of him. No, we can't. We're just going to look at some men in some white overalls. But never mind. Lucy Wu's been given an opportunity now. She's moved up to 3rd position. I am focusing on the race. Thank you, Flippy. Right, Masma is currently in the pits now. 4th position, wet tyres, 17% fuel. How much are we going to get in now? Let's have a look. Is he going to change tyres? If only... Oh, fuel's done. Right, we don't know... Oh, there we go. So we're just under half amount of fuel now. Charles, currently 2nd position now. Okay, Masma 67. 5th position now, so an outside view now. I wonder how much time do we lose on that. We'll see on the next, when he crosses the line, how much lap time, how much time he would have lost in the pits actually. He's one of the first of the front runners to pit now. So it'll be very interesting to see how that shakes out for everybody else. Johnny 6th position now, 12.6 seconds ahead of McKenna, who's currently running in 7th position now. 21.9 ahead of Double R. I do apologise if I get your name wrong, but I can't pronounce it, so I'll call you Double R. Got blue flags now for Ramos turns. Who's that following up behind? That is Klausman. Ready to take on another lap. Where's 4th position? Let's have a look. Klausman is 5th, isn't he? Masma. There you go. Masma, 5th position now. Have we had a representative lap? Yep, so we're just finishing, coming down the back straight now to see what sort of how much time we're going to lose now. It might give us an idea of what's going to happen with regards to the pit stops in the future with the front runners now. Got just under, what's it, about 45% maybe, 40% fuel load. Is it going to be enough to finish the race? Let's have a look. We are 54 minutes in, lap 25. Should be enough to finish. I don't believe he changed changed tyres in the pit stop, but then again the animation didn't really tell us, so we just assume Judging by there's no wear on the tyres that he hadn't changed them. Let's have a look now. So his previous lap, so he's lapping around about 209s, 210s, 11s. His in lap was a 227. So there we go. We've got about what's that? 17 seconds deficit. What's the outlap going to provide us now? Let's have a look. 26, 227, 28, 228. Yeah, so it definitely looks like it's all around about 20-30 second deficit now. So where's Klausman? Lucy Wu currently running in third position now, 18.7 seconds ahead of Klausman, 10.4 behind Charles. Charles flying along. Double R now, 21 seconds behind McKenna, 42 ahead of Ramos. Now Ramos has had a bit of a few incidents so far. Yeah, as you can see by lap 20 and lap 21, a 2 minute 50. In fact, he had 3 on the trot, so lap 19, 20 and 21 had a 232, a 220 and a 249. Ooh, that's not a good. I mean, there was a pit stop in there, as you can see by the fuel loads, and he's got intermediates on as well, actually. It's interesting to see, there's not many people running the intermediate tyre, actually, but everyone seems to, whoever's on them, the lap times seem to be pretty consistent, actually, with the wet, so there's obviously there's not much to be lost with those two, as Charles just goes past double R for lapping the back markers there. Flipsy, while we've still got you here, can you confirm if Lucy Wu is in fact a female or a male? Because I keep referring to as a she, and I don't want to get anybody upset or ruffle any feathers. As if you're still on comms, actually, you might not be watching anymore now. So. Klausman, 4th position now, 19 seconds behind Lucy Wu, 15.2 ahead of Masma. Masma has completed his pit stop, but Klausman's also... What's Klausman doing now? Quite a bit of fuel, actually. I don't think he started with that much more, actually. He's got a bit of fuel. Lucy Wu's in the red at the moment. Charles is pretty much running out of battery. So a lot more fuel than Rotek. When he Rotek's pace is so much more, I think he can pretty much do whatever he wanted, to be fair, and he won't have any issues whatsoever. Masma, 5th position at the moment. A little bit of dirt there, a bit of grass cutting, or more like strimming actually at that point. That's all good. Oh, excuse me, croaky throat today. 57 minutes in, lap 27. Currently riding with Klausman in 4th position now, trying to chase down Lucy Wu. The gap has been slowly increasing over the laps, actually. The pit stops are coming now, so the front runners will have to be thinking about pitting soon. Whether or not they're going to go pit earlier with slightly more fuel, so they can have the same sort of time of pit stop, but end up with more fuel at the end of towards the end of the race, and able to push harder, push faster, might help them in the long run. It'll be interesting to see, actually. The only front runner so far to have pitted so far was Masmo, I believe. Yes, he did. Johnny's currently, Johnny's going to be hitting the pit soon, actually, either this lap or the next one. He's got very little left. Where are we now? We're on the last part of the lap. Is he going around again? I believe so. Yes, he is. So Johnny's going to complete another cycle. McKenna's currently rocking 7th position on his own. Double R is also pretty much on his own. Everyone's quite well spread out at the moment, actually. There's not really any sort of wheel-to-wheel action. Slimmy's slipping and sliding now. I don't know whether the car's misbehaving. Slimmy's been in the pits, actually. You can see by the fuel load. He's got a massive amount of fuel on there, so no issues there. Rotek, as you can see, Rotek's rear wheels actually have a bit of wear. Probably the only car on track coming where you actually notice that. So the fuel, tyre damage is on, but it's not on very much, as you can see. Lucy Wu's currently near empty. Okay, Klausman's okay, doing fuel-wise. Massman's got plenty of fuel, keep him going. Right, where's Johnny? There he is. There is Johnny. He's currently running 6th position, 1st position for his class, 16 seconds ahead of McKenna. His second sector time, as you just saw on screen there, is 0.03 faster, so he's improving. Constantly finding time in places where originally thought he couldn't find them, so he's doing very well. Masma's currently running in 5th position right now. Lucy Wu, sorry, goes around again, completes lap 28 or lap 27. McKenna's got a half-second penalty there. Well, I wonder if that was from Where is he on track now? No, it's all the outside. It wasn't from the chicane, so although we didn't catch it, so it may have been from the last chicane actually, before the last turn. Whoa, back end's kicking. How's Johnny now? Where is he? There he is. He's got to be going in the pit, surely. There's going to be nothing left on that car for fuel-wise. It'll be nice and light and fast, but there's not going to be much in the way of mileage left on it. Sure, he's going to have to hit the pits. Fastest time of 1:19.0 and lap 24, so he's been pretty consistent. You look at his lap times, 2:20, 2:22, 20:20, 20:19, 20:19, so it's been very consistent with his lap times. Now, is he coming in? Looks like he's pulled to the right hand side of the track, and we're going in. Right, it'll be interesting to see how much fuel he puts on in relation to McKenna, who's also going to be thinking about a pit stop very soon actually. Double R's pretty much on there as well. Ramos, he's been in the pits, he's got loads of fuel, so he won't have any problems. Right. Klaus is good. Where's Lucy Wu? He's probably got about 2 more laps maybe. Right, Johnny's coming in 6th. McKenna's coming round to start another lap now. Should take Johnny. Whoops. 4-6 with it. Johnny's just exiting, or is back in car, ready to exit the pits. Johnny's now in 7th position now. And 1% fuel left when he hit the pits then, so fair play. He's still got the same. Oh no, he's still in the pits actually. I thought he'd actually finished it by the graphic on the screen, but apparently not. He's still there. Well, judging by the amount of fuel that's going in here, Johnny is not going to be coming back out again. How long is the pit stop on this thing? 23, 24? Good grief. Are they making the fuel when it's going in? There we go, 30-second pit stop. Good grief. He's dropped to 8th position now, but he's got all the fuel and then some, so fair play for Johnny. He's about got blue flag by Lucy Wu, unfortunately. That's not really what you want when you first come out of the pits, but it is what it is. Double R has relieved Johnny off 7th position, but he's only 1 second ahead, and he doesn't have an awful lot of fuel actually. McKenna's probably in the same boat. In fact, McKenna is in the same boat. So this is going to be a battle now for 1st position of the class now. So let's see. Lucy Wu's coming through. Johnny's not been particularly cooperative, I would have to say. Oh, you must have seen the blue flags by now. Don't leave too many or you will get a slap. Lucy Wu's coming around on the outside now to lap him. There we go. Right, she's free. Now Johnny's obviously blended out of the throttle now just to let Lucy Wu through, and actually to think about an opportunity now to get double R. Double R now. Look at the inside of Lucy there for a moment. Thinking about it, yeah. Right, Johnny's in 8th position now. He's got a lot more fuel, probably a bit more balanced actually, thinking about it. Although Double R does have the faster car with less fuel on board. Right, we are 1 hour and 3 minutes in. We're currently at half distance now. It's going to be interesting to see what happens now. Now, Double R is going to have to hit the pit soon. I think McKenna's probably got to do the same actually. McKenna coming around. Now McKenna's going around for another lap. Ooh, I'm not sure if I agree with that. Is Double R going around? McKenna is going around for another lap. I think Double R want to hit the pits at this point. Let's see if he goes around and stays out. Hello Simtic. Yep, seems to be going good. Everyone's out. We've had a couple of disconnects actually. We've lost a couple of people unfortunately. But I see Double R and Johnny right now are battling. Actually, Double R is going round again. Rotek has hit the pits, as has Lucy Wu. Both pitting on the, not really, well, almost the same lap, I think, actually. Right. Well, we've had a spin. Slimmy spun. Slimmy's had a moment. He's spun around, unfortunately. Well, Klausman's just lapping Johnny and Double R. Johnny's taken Double R now. He's got the fuel, he's got the tyres. Might as well be getting on with it. Double R's having nothing of it. He's coming back at him now. This isn't ready for position now because Johnny has already pitted, so this is only really going to hinder them and slow them down. It's not really fighting for position right now because Double R does have to hit the pits again. He's not going to achieve anything from this, unfortunately. Let's have a look. Who's behind? So Ramos is currently 36 seconds behind. Oh dear. I really feel sorry for Slim. You know, he hit that pits, hit the spin, unfortunately. Right, Johnny and Double R are fighting tooth and nail at the moment, so we can get some. I can't use a 3D stick anymore. There we go. So Double R is currently in 7th position. He has taken that position back. I don't know I don't see the logic in this, if I'm perfectly honest, because all he's doing is preventing the inevitable there. Master's coming up to lap Johnny. Johnny lets him go, obviously. Master's going to move up on the inside now. There could be an opportunity here for Johnny. Vassar has pushed Double R a little bit wider, so Johnny's got to be thinking of an opportunity now, but Double R has to hit the pit soon. He's not going to be able to last much longer on track. And for whatever reason, whenever I click on him, we get a terrible sound, so we're going to stay away from that. So Johnny, 8th position. Double R is in 7th position, 0.5 of a second ahead. Hasn't got much in the way of fuel. McKenna, is McKenna going to hit he's going to have to hit the pits. He's got nothing left. Yes, I thought he would. There you go. So McKenna hits the pits now. So Johnny's got to be fancying his opportunity now. So McKenna's in. Is Double R going to follow suit? Yes, 0% on McKenna. Fair play, actually. He did some good calculations and to hit the pits with 0 fuel, and he didn't really lose too much time. So obviously got there just before the engine decided to say, nope, no more, go into limp mode. Right, how's Double R doing? Right, McKenna hasn't reached his pit box yet, so Double R's coming through the chicane. He's going to have to. He's going round again. Oh, Johnny's not going to be happy about this. This is really going to be ruining his day. Bit of a mood that matches the weather currently. Okay, McKenna's now in the pits. He's just receiving fuel. Double R's now in 7th position. He will relieve McKenna from 6th, which will also push Johnny up into 7th. McKenna's now down to 8th. That's 0 fuel on that one. When he comes out, he will not be pitting again. We'll stick with Double R and Johnny. Double R goes for a much shallower line there, trying to cut Johnny, trying to stop the switch back happening. Johnny's actually lost a bit of time there. There you go, 8/10. Right, Lucy Lou made it into the pit. She made it back out. Got about 30 seconds behind Masma 67. Klausman's still rocking in 3rd position at the moment. Still got a few laps of fuel actually, so still doing all right. Charles is in 2nd, got a minute behind. Rotek has completed his pit stop and is on his way. Right, let's get back down to Johnny. Here we go. So Johnny and Double R. This is where the battle is. The main battle on track right now for, I believe, is it for 1st position? It is for 1st position of their class actually. So I can't help but feel this is just going to impede Double R more than it's going to help him. He really should be hitting the pits now. It's not. I don't want to say if you don't go for a racing position, you're not a racer. That's fair enough. I get that, but at the same time, you've got to understand where you are in the race as well. This isn't really going to be. This isn't for position because he has to pit. Oh, we've lost Lucy Lou as well, so that's 3 we've lost now. We didn't see what happened actually. I don't know whether that was a connection issue or not, but with Lucy Wu has also left the building. So that's 3 we've lost today now. Good grief. Everyone's dropping like flies. Whoa, Johnny's had a tank slapper. He's off into the dirt. Oh no. He's kept it going in the right way though, so he would have lost some time. Luckily he hasn't lost too much. Double R, where are you now? You've got to hit the pits now. Take this opportunity now. I'm willing you into the pits. Oh, Johnny's mood is definitely not going to be very good. Didn't get a penalty though, because Gran Turismo is wonderful for doing those sort of things to you when you come off the track, and then he gives you a penalty just for good measure. Double R has 0. Apparently he's got less than 1% fuel. Cool, blimey, talk about managing that to the nth degree. Jesus. He's got to hit that pitch, surely. Come on, there you go. Right, you're in. I hope the battling with Johnny hasn't hindered his lap times. I mean, his lap times have been pretty much 2:20s throughout. And what about Johnny's? He's also been delayed as well. 2:19s. What about McKenna? What are his lap times? He's been pretty much in clear air. Again, his lap times have been in the 2:19, so he is going to take Double R, and he will be for position. Ramos turns also. Ooh, he's 30 seconds behind Double R. Is that a bit much to ask? No, it's not. I think he will get him actually. See, as good as Double R has been racing in that, he's run all these battles, but I can't help but feel that the battle with Johnny, just the too many laps, it's just hindered him too much. Is he making out? He's still filling the car with fuel at the moment. I think Turns is going to have him, sorry. He has. Double R's now been dropped to 8th. The only saving grace is that Slimmy did have a bit of a moment actually. He's lost a lot of time, so Double R is out now. That puts him pretty much 8th position now. So Johnny's into 1st position of his class. 2nd is McKenna. Ramis is 3rd. Double R 4th, and Slimmy is 5th. We got 9 out of the 12 runners left that have started. Right, let's go through the top then. Top class. Rotek coming in 1st position, 1 minute 9 seconds ahead of Charles. He's got a 28.1 second differential to Klausman, 1.1 ahead of Masma. We've lost Lucy Wu, unfortunately, so we've only got 4 runners from the top class and 5 runners left from the select one down, so for the next class. So it's not going well, actually, with regards to an attrition rate at the moment. We are 1 hour and 10 minutes in. We've got about 50 minutes to go, lap 32. I think pit stops have pretty much been completed across the board, with the exception of Klausman, actually. Klausman still needs to hit the pits, but I think Charles is going to be, not Charles, sorry, Massman is going to be all up and over that when his opportunity arises. How's Johnny doing? 5.6 seconds now. Yeah, we'll stick with Klausman for a little bit, actually. Oh, excuse me. Oh my dear, terrible cough today. Right, so where are we now? So, Klausman's lap times, 2 minutes 11, 2:12, 2:10, 2:13, and 2:09 was his fastest lap on lap 28, actually. 2:09.351 to be precise. So the time is definitely there. The lap time's still there for him if he needs it. Oh, Lucy Wu has rejoined rejoined the room, actually. I don't know whether they can actually rejoin the race, though, actually. I don't know why. There's obviously a connection issue there that's actually affected it. With the Klausman, I don't know if you'll be able to reach. Whoa, Klausman's off. Klausman has gone wide, and that's given Massman a free opportunity now to take 3rd position from him. That's going to demote him down to 4th, which could. Oh, there we go. Schroeder on 9th. Okay, fair enough then. I don't speak German, unfortunately. Sorry, Joe. Joe Cabana. I don't speak German, so I can't translate. Klausman's gone off again. Twice in 1 lap. Oh no. The only saving grace that he does have, actually, that he's not going to drop any lower than 4th, actually, for his class. So at least that's something. But still, not much fun. We're going off twice in 1 lap. It's got to be down to, I think the first one was probably weather caught him out, and the second one will be down to dirty tyres and pushing too hard, unfortunately. That's going to be an absolute horrendous moment. Asmus currently in the 3rd position now. Has been given a free gift of a podium position now, courtesy of Klausman's wobble, shall we say. I wonder if Klausman's going to hit the pits now, maybe, to potentially get some more fuel on board. He's lost another time anyway, so might as well think about getting all the damage out of the way at one time. That's about 8 seconds that's costing. Good grief, that's a large amount of time, that is. Road Tank still currently running around 1st position now. It's a vast amount of him, really, because he's been keeping himself busy. Well, to keep himself clean and going around. Klausman still. Is he going around the pits? No, I think he's going around. No, we'll continue for a few more laps yet. Johnny's now got a 7.3 second ahead of McKenna. McKenna's rolling in 2nd position for his class with 21.8 second lead over Ramos Turns, who's got 10.8 over Double R. Double R's got a minute 16 over Slimmy. Good blimey. So everyone's pretty much pitted now, with the exception of Klausman, the only one left to pit. With that spin, unfortunately, that's pretty much sealed the fate of the position change, if there's any question. Now, everyone's spread out now. Not really any battles on track, unfortunately, so we've got not a lot to talk about. Oh, dear me, I've got a terrible throat today. So, Rotec 1st position now. How is lap times doing? 2:06, 2:08, 26 and a 33. That would have been an in and out lap. Then he did a 2:07, a 2:10 and a 2:6.9. No one can live with that pace at the moment. He's just in a league of his own right now. Charles is pretty consistent. 2 10s, 11, 16, a bunch of 11s, a 10, a 12, and 11 again. Very nice. Massma 67 now, 30 seconds behind Charles. Got 4 seconds ahead of Klausman, courtesy of the double pirouetted spins, unfortunately, that Klausman had on the previous lap, which is not good. Yeah, it cost him about 8-9 seconds, that did. Which, to be fair, actually, there's not actually an awful lot of time, considering how bad those spins were, actually. That's pretty impressive he managed to keep it going, actually, from that. So we've had a couple of spins already, and we lost a couple of competitors courtesy of those, actually. Gran Turismo in wet weather isn't the nicest of games, though, actually, because we don't... Whoa! Oh, no, he's going again! Traction's gone. Oh, no, the front damage. The front bumper's been damaged. Oh, we're going to have to hit the pits. Klausman's going to have to get it around and get in the pits soon. Front bumper damage. Hopefully they won't hinder it too much. Hopefully they get it back around again. Oh, it's going from bad to worse for Klausman. Blue flags are going to be lapped. Is that... Who's that behind? Is that Road Tank behind him? Oops. Yep, that's Road Tank, actually. Yep. Road Tank's going to be lapping him. Oh, just to add insult to injury. Oh, that's not good. Well, he needs to get into the pits now. Fuel's pretty low anyway, so he might as well just get it all fixed. Massma's got a 21.8 second lead. It's pretty much going to be provided spins and shenanigans. I think that's pretty much the position that's decided now. Klausman hits the pits. We'll stay with him while he's going through the pits. Takes the line pretty nicely. Not the easiest enter in the pits. There we go. And we're getting a nice view of Puma-dressed engineers. Pit crew, shall we say. So there's going to need a new bumper. That's going to cost a bit of time. Some extra fuel to finish the race. Don't think we need new tyres. Doesn't look like there's much tyre wear that's been going on, which is quite good. At least that's something. Got about 45 minutes left to go. Yeah, no new tyres for Klausman. He's just going to be keeping good. Let's have a look. We'll keep an eye on the tracker at the top right in the corner of the screen. See if there's any spins or any shenanigans. Everyone seems very well spread out at the moment, actually. He had 5% fuel when he came in. Let's see what he's coming out with. It's coming out with about 20, maybe 26%, 27% fuel. Watch that pit exit. As McKenna just unlaps himself for a brief moment in time. There's a wandering traffic cone there has actually decided to make its way onto the track. Might be when one of the spins happened earlier in the race, actually. Alright, so Klausman is in 4th position. He's got a 58-second deficit to Massma 67 in front, unfortunately, which courtesy of a couple of 3 spins, a damaged bumper and a long-ass fuel stop. It's not going to put a bit of a crimp in your day, really, to be honest. Now he's having a bit of trouble with McKenna, actually. Now he's not racing for position, this isn't. So this is another situation now, which we had with Double R earlier, really, where you're not racing the guy behind for position. So why fight it? He's in a faster car. You might as well just let him get on with it, to be honest with you. Not going to achieve anything from holding him up. You might as well just let him get gone. Right, so rundown order. So we have in first position Rotake with a 1 minute and 17 second lead over Charles, who's currently got a 35.1 second lead over Massma, who's got a 50-second lead over Klausman. That rounds up our top 4 and our only top runners of the top class. Right. Johnny is currently leading the next class by 8.5 seconds from McKenna, who's in 2nd position with 22.5 seconds. In advantage over Ramos Turns, who's got 11.7 over Double R, who's currently 1 minute 23 seconds ahead of Slimmy. And that rounds up our positions for the moment. 1 hour 18 minutes in, lap 37. Got about 43 minutes left to go. Everyone seems well spread out and well calm and collected. We're just sort of counting down the laps now. Lucy Wu has left the lobby again. Fair play, there was obviously a massive connection issue, so she tried to get back into the race, but unfortunately was unable to, so Gran Turismo wasn't playing ball in that respect, so it is a shame actually, because it was wonderful to watch her or him race. Give it to her. It was good to see. When it happens sometimes, unfortunately, it's one of those. Slimmy is currently rocking it. We haven't spoken much about Slimmy. We haven't really seen a vast amount of him actually throughout this race. It's a bit of a shame, really. So let's have a look. We'll do a bit of on board actually to see what his racing lines are like. We haven't really seen much of him, so hopefully he's not listening to the stream, because I don't want to give him commentator curse or anything like that, so he won't be very happy. Oh dear. Yeah, as you can see, the cars are so tricky to drive in these conditions. It really is difficult. Oh dear, that's not good. No, having a lot of trouble on the braking at the moment, actually. As we can see, his lap times now are they're not very good. Unfortunately, 2:21's his fastest lap, which is a good lap time, but it's a little bit inconsistent. So we've got 22s, 23s, and a 24. Just needs to find a little bit more rhythm. I think he'll be all right, actually. Cars are lapping and unlapping each other. It's going to quickly go through the field, see if there's any issues. Whoa, Double R's giving us a lovely audio problems. Kenna's in things, Johnny's in Sig, Klaus. Yep, everyone's pretty much well spread out at the moment. We'll stick with Slimmy for the time being, so we get some good on board. Lap times are going to report now. Whoa, the car just does not want to behave itself in a straight line, especially around this track. Full wet weather tyres on now. We'll have a quick run down in a moment, see if anyone's rocking the intermediates. I don't think anybody is at the moment. Let's have a look. Ramos is running the intermediate. McKenna's on the wet. Johnny, I think everyone's pretty much on the wet. So it's only, oh, there we go. Yeah, it's only Ramos that's currently running the intermediates at the moment. His lap times are very consistent, very on par, shall we say, with the wet weather runner. So obviously intermediates isn't really proving to be either an advantage or disadvantage at this point, actually. So I wonder, makes you wonder why, actually. Why introduce a wet weather system into Gran Turismo if the intermediates and the wet tyres are pretty much the same? Not really providing much in the way of difference, but never the mind. Whoa, okay, Ramos is taking a very unique racing line over the chicane there. That's got to be worth half a second penalty, potentially. Is he going to get away with that? Yes, I think he is, actually. Yep, he is. Interesting. I thought GT would have had a bit of a intolerance for that, to be fair, actually. Well, not here to judge. Oh, how's Rotek doing his lap times? 2:09, so he's had a little bit of a moment, maybe finishing black back markers there, actually, because otherwise his lap time's been a bit bouncy at the moment. That was Charles' lap times. He's doing all right. He's pretty consistent. Yep, again, back markers. Masma been gifted third position, really. Unfortunately, because Lucy Wu lost connection and Klausman had those spins, it kind of almost fell into third position, really. I mean, you have to be in the right place at the right time to be able to receive these things, but still, there was a bit of extra luck for Masma, actually. He had a good start and then a bit of a wobble. Then a couple of cars came off, and then he managed to climb himself back into third position. It's a fair play, actually. That was Johnny doing. Whoops, there we go. Johnny's got 7.2 ahead of McKenna now. I think lap times and deltas and gaps are pretty consistent throughout, actually. No one's really making any inroads into the car in front, all losing times to the car behind. So it's kind of at a stalemate at the moment, actually. We're an hour and 22 in, lap 35. 25 laps, about 37 minutes, give or take. McKenna's providing us with a bit of rear-wheel drive happiness there. Ramos turns. Is he at the moment, or is he? No, he's just going around the corner, just slow corner. This is where we cut to it, unfortunately. Got a blue flag waving right now, so he's got one of the front runners looking to make positions up. Double R, 8th position now. I did say earlier when he was fighting with Johnny whether or not that was a mistake or not. I can't help but feel he would have been a bit closer to Ramos if he hadn't been doing those battles. Just let Johnny get away with, just let him go off into the distance. Slimmy currently in 9th position now. Blue flag for Klausman behind him. Move to the side. Klausman go up on the inside and take the position. Well, take the track position, should I say. Don't try and outbrake him, Slimmy, because it's not going to work. Oh, no. Oh. A little bit, car's body language, a little bit wobbly there. I don't think Klausman would have had that. He's had enough of excursions today. I don't think he wants any more. There's Johnny. And McKenna's not really making any inroads. He's keeping it well. What about a double R? Have we got anything happening with him? 22 second, 22.4, 22.3 behind Ramos at the moment. Lap 36, 1 hour, 24 minutes in. Currently riding with double R in 8th position now, trying to chase down Ramos, who's 22.5 seconds ahead. Kenna's currently in 6th position at the moment. He's got about 7.98 seconds behind Johnny right now. Let's have a look at McKenna's lap times now. 2:19, 2:20s, a 19 and a 21. Versus Johnny, who's pretty much 19s and 20s actually, so Johnny's definitely got the measure of him lap time wise. Klausman is Klausman's had an off again actually because he lapped Slimmy. Yes, he's lost 9.8 seconds in one of the sectors. I wonder what happened there. Klausman's definitely having a lot of offs at the moment. I wonder if his concentration levels have gone a little bit to pot, unfortunately. Excuse me. Definitely, I think that he seems to have lost a bit of rhythm there actually, because he's I think having a green car by the name of Slimmy sort of flying around in front of him is probably not doing him any favours at the moment, but he's definitely losing time. So we get a bit of an on-board actually. There we go. There you go. He's just taken Slimmy now. Slimmy now be behind. 2:23. So he's had a series of bad laps actually. Lap 34, 2:44. Lap 35 at 2:32. Lap 36 at 2:18. Lap 39. We don't have a time, unfortunately. Lap 38 was a 2:23, so we've had, yeah, he's definitely had a few moments, a few laps of moments there, unfortunately. See, he's here by the engine revs there. He's definitely short shifting, actually, trying to keep the traction. Yeah, trying not to spin the wheels up too much. I mean, the weather's not helping at all. I mean, it's making the racing very, very difficult for these boys. There's so much power, so little traction in these wet conditions for this car to be able to get away. It's very, very difficult. We're about a minute 10 behind Massman now. Unfortunately, it's just one too many spins now. Well, if anything can happen, we've got a long way to go still. Actually, still got a good 35 minutes left to go, 34 minutes left. Got 20 odd laps yet, so we're still got some distance to go now. No more pit stops primarily. I think everybody's got enough fuel now till the end of the race. We'll have a quick run through actually. Let's have a look now. So 25. Charles is a little bit low compared to Rotek actually, but I think it'll probably be enough to cruise time. He's got a 38 to 39 second buffer now against Massman, so I don't think he'll have any issues. Massman's pretty much on his own at this point actually. Klausman 25%. Johnny's good. Yeah, everyone's pretty. Oh, hello. What's going on here? Down here. Ramos has had a bit of a moment. He's got damage to his front left and his front bumper. What happened there actually? Well, there must have been an off. Let's look at his lap times. Yeah, lap 36, 2 minutes 26 seconds. Yeah, there's obviously had a bit of a moment there actually as Ramos, which isn't very, very good at all. It's going to give Double R an opportunity now because if Ramos has got to hit that pits for some repair work, which he might have to. Well, keep an eye on his lap times to see if there's if it does affect his lap times at all. His lap was a 2:26. Should be coming for a delta in a moment actually, so we'll find out whether his sector times have been affected too drastically. Car looks okay. It's going in. All the wheels are turning in the right direction anyway, which is always good. Although Gran Turismo doesn't always give us the best damage model, so we can't always tell. His sector time 2.3 seconds down. Ooh, he might want to try and eat this out. I don't know whether he's going to have enough to eat this out. He won't use as much fuel at least. That's something. But can't be losing 2.5 seconds per sector because Double R will just have him. So 16 seconds over now. Is he going to go around or is he going to try? Oh, he's going to try and battle it out. A half a second penalty now. Oh Jesus, GT, you really do know how to hit them when they're down, don't you? That's another half a second now. So yeah, Double R. You can see that the delta time 15.6 seconds now. What's his top end speed? Let's keep an eye on that at the moment. So his lap time was a 2:22. Peaking around about, what's the speed, 140, about 142. Let's have a look at Double R in comparison now. His lap time was his previous lap was a 2:21, and it hasn't told us. No, it hasn't told us. 2:21.3. Yeah, top end speed's got about 5-6 miles an hour ahead on Ramos at the moment. He's got half a second penalty to serve, so his lap times are okay actually comparatively to the people around him. McKenna's going. Where's McKenna? A 2:28 on that one actually, so he's obviously had a bit of a moment as well, but Ramos got half a second penalty to serve. Blue flags are waving for the back, not the back markers, sorry, for the front runners to come through. That's Rotek now, currently in first position. He hasn't really had a vast amount to do since he got the lead actually. He's been pretty much on his unchallenged on his lonesome actually. 27th position now. Double R has in fact made some inroads. It was 17 seconds at this point on the previous lap. He's actually got it down to 14.8, and he's probably going to leave a bit more now. Actually, no, we're up to 15 now. But then Ramos had to take avoiding action for the front runners to come through, and he's got a half a second penalty to serve now. So it's going to be not going to be ideal to say the least. Actually, of what he's. It's not the most optimal way to get around the track, shall we say. Half second penalty. Oh, it's going to absolutely hate having to serve these things. At least there's no one around him. He's not going to get bumped and banged when he unghosts, shall we say, or whatever the terminology is for GT when he goes to return from said netherworld. 7th position now, Masma, just quickly relieving him of that bit of track there. He's got 19 seconds on double R actually, so whatever was going on, I think either double R's had a moment. So look at his lap times, look at his sector times actually, because he was down to 13, 14 seconds at one point. 5.4, so he's obviously had a moment as well actually, so he certainly likes to make things hard for himself, the double R actually. How's Slimmy doing? 9th position, I don't think he's had any moments courtesy of his lap time. Whoa, hello! Double R's had a massive moment, he's gone right off into the dirt now, oh my goodness. That is not the way to be going around the track. Oh, he's going to be annoyed us on the back straight as well. Oh, it's one of the fastest parts of the track now. Oh, shenanigans. Not a happy bunny. At least he did this. The car is undamaged though, so at least he's get away with that. But it's the opportunity to maybe take Ramos for 7th position might have just slipped through his fingers now. If Ramos doesn't have to pit, and his lap times are not being hindered too much by the car damage that he has received, and he doesn't fall off again, he should be okay. He should be able to hold 7th position pretty well. It's given Slimmy a bit of an opportunity as well, actually, to get some lap time back. He's very happy about that. Well, as I say that, unfortunately, I've given Slimmy the commentator's curse, and unfortunately, he has had a little bit of an excursion there. So I do apologise, Slimmy, for making you fall off there. My bad. Right, Charles. He's got 1 minute 47 behind Rotec, and he's got 34.8, 35 seconds ahead of Masma, who's in 3rd position now. How's Klausman doing? He's got a minute over Klausman. Klausman's also another one that's had a lot of issues, actually. I wonder if these gentlemen, actually, if they've been running racing pretty much all day now. I mean, local time to me, we are 5:45 local time in Britain right now. And if these guys have been going since 9 o'clock this morning, that's a hell of a lot of racing. The fact that the brain doesn't just turn to poultry is pretty impressive at this point in time, actually. How's Ramos doing with his car damage? He's currently... Whoa, Charles has hit the pits. Can't say I blame him. Oh, he's got rear damage, so Charles has had an off as well. Everyone's falling off the drive. I wonder if a bit of fatigue is setting in now. Now, is that going to give Masma an opportunity? Masma's only 27 seconds behind him now. And if Charles has got a pit for damage, he won't need to take on any fuel. He might want to take a bit of fuel on just to make sure, so he can push harder. So he's obviously had an off. How long does the damage take? To 6 seconds. Ooh, this is going to put the cat right amongst the pigeons now. Where's Masma? He's on the main straight. Charles is going to be coming out. Charles is just down at the end of the straight. And there's Masma. There we go. So we've got a race on our hands. 9 seconds, 8, 17. It's going to be about 4 or 5 seconds between them. Masma's got to be thinking of an opportunity now for 2nd position. He's got to take this opportunity when it comes now. He's got to go for him. Because once Charles gets back up to speed and that, he won't be able to stay. He won't be able to live with his pace. Rotec's going. Has Rotec lapped everybody? I think he has. Yes, he has. He's lapped the entire field. Good grief. Klausman's in 4th. I did see a quick flash of somebody potentially with a penalty to serve. Johnny's. Yep, there we go. It's McKenna's got half a second penalty. That's not going to be very nice for him. 15.3 behind Johnny, 32.2 ahead of Ramos. Now, let's get back to Charles and Masma. 8.9 seconds now. Can he catch up on him? Nope, we've got a new follower. Thank you for the follow, Iron Man Cosplay. Very generous man. Thank you very much for following the channel. I'm sure the boys here at Digital Endurance Series will be very happy for the follow. Thank you so much. It's all appreciated, all very welcome. So Masma 3rd position, Charles 2nd, Rotec 1st. Oh dearie me, even I'm getting fatigued now. I can't even talk anymore. Whoa, Johnny's a bit of back end slappies going on there. Where's McKenna now? Has he served his half second? Yes, he has. Tyres not really looking. Whoa, we're getting all kind of drift going on right now. Charles is coming around now for to do some lapping. McKenna's a little bit on the wobbly side actually. I hope he can do a bit more balance there. That car's bouncing all over the place. That's not going to give Charles much of an encouragement, unfortunately, but it'll sort of dampen his confidence. Have to go to the dirty side of the track to go around him now. He's going to do a switch back. He'll have enough power down the straight to just romp straight past him. That's Masma's lap times now. Let's have a look now. So Charles, he lost 2:34, so we went from a 2:11 to a 2:14, a 2:34. Cool. That's quite a considerable amount of lap time damage you received then, actually. At least the pit was quick, which is good. Yeah, Mass was 11 seconds now. What about, let's have a look at Ramos, actually in 7th position now. Still got that damage to the car. His lap times 2:26, 22, 24, 22. Double R, unfortunately, couldn't, yeah, unfortunately, the 2:41, so that spin is pretty much, I think the opportunity now to take 7th might just be slipping away from him now, unless he can get some faster lap times in. But Ramos is, yeah, I think Ramos has got around the problem. 1 hour 35 minutes in. We've got 25 minutes or so left to go. We're on lap 40. Yeah, I think opportunities are coming few and far between for positions now. Slimmy is currently in 9th position now. He's got Masma has just lapped him. Currently in 9th. I mean, Slimmy's doing pretty well. I mean, considering he was dead plumb last at one point, technically he's made up what 3 positions actually just from being through attrition. So fair play. Anything can happen. Everyone's dropping out at some point or another now, so anything's up for grabs at this type of race. Where's Johnny now? He's the leader of our not second class, but the next class, shall we say. Got 16, 17 seconds ahead of McKenna. Romtek is currently 1st. It's actually come to lap Johnny once again. What's the deficit to Charles? He's actually lapped Charles, so he's got a whole lap clear, so he could have a spin, have a cup of tea, do a paint job, fix his tyres, paint his nails, hit the pits, talk to his buddies. And then he's back on his way again, actually, and still have time to spare. Fair play. How's Klausman doing? We haven't seen a lot of Klausman in recent times, actually. His lap time's pretty much stabilised now, other than the little wobbles that he had earlier in the race. He's pretty much keeping himself quite focused now, which is good. 6th position for McKenna. B. McKenna. Car, you can see the back end of that car is just stepping out, constantly trying to get away from him. 35 seconds on Ramos, but I can't see Ramos improving on his times at the moment. Car's still damaged in the 22s. McKenna's in the 18s on that previous lap. Good grief, that's a fast lap. That's his fastest lap of the race, in fact. Got a message in chat. Let's have a look then. Oh, question. Oh, excuse me. A little disappointed in the mission challenge in Le Mans on the track circuit, Le South. Got to do a few laps till I finish in the top 3 or better. And on my own 3-lap stop at pit lane, I stopped refueling and started a poor rain. There's no radar saying it's going to rain. I was on my racing mediums. That's a question. Okay. Yes. Yep. I agree with you. Very bad. Unfortunately, GT7's weather model isn't the most accurate when it comes to racing, and I think, if I'm personally honest, I think that they sort of added it on as an extra and didn't really fully flush it out what possible things it could do. So that's probably why you're having issues at the moment. It's not really the best idea, but it is what it is. Unfortunately, it's yeah. At least we've got some wet weather. We've got all the wet weather actually for these guys. They've been driving around and like practically swimming around. They almost need sails and a canoe and paddles at this point. Some quick rundown. So Rotek 1st, Charles is 2nd, Masma is 3rd, Klausman is 4th, Johnny is 5th, McKenna is 6th, Ramos is 7th. Tried contacting the game creator. Yep, you're probably right. Give them a go. I doubt they're going to listen though. They've got well, I think Polyphony are pretty much a law unto themselves with regards to their game. I mean, they should listen to fan feedback, but whether or not they do or not, I mean, I hope they do. I mean, to be honest with you, the penalty system still is a little bit questionable on certain tracks. I was doing a stream the other day, and they were going around Spa, and even in the first few corners, you so much as even look at one of the curbs on that one, it just like throws you off, and you get a half a second penalty. It's ridiculous. Not too happy in the pit lane, very slow. It is a little bit, actually, to be fair, actually. The pit lane can be, yeah, it is a bit slow, to be honest with you. Yeah. I mean, it depends, obviously, how much fuel you take on, whether you change your tyres, if there's car damage. 40, 50 seconds is probably, yeah, it probably is a bit too much, to be fair, actually. It's not the best. And Ron Tank's actually got fastest first sector. He's obviously getting a bit bored with his lap times now. Thought I'll give myself a challenge. Done about half a second, quarter of a second quicker on his previous best. Let's see if we get a bit of an on board actually. romping third gear, burning fourth. You can see with the weather conditions, I mean, look at that, it's absolutely atrocious. I was first place, and yeah, this is it. The only upside is obviously the pit lane is obviously 40 to 50 seconds. Everyone else has to deal with that as well, so it's not, you won't be alone in that situation. As we can see from Rotec at the moment, he's absolutely putting on a stonking lap at the moment. I wonder if he's a bit concerned about fuel loads actually, and that's why he's putting in a fast lap now, trying to burn some fuel, get a bit of a distance. But he's got a lap. He's got a lap ahead of Charles, so we shouldn't really need to be worrying about that. All my races, I'm one place, all the races. You mean your first place in all the races? Fair enough. Yeah, he lost half a second. Yeah, Polyphony's not. But they've made a good game. It's very pretty. It's very solid. But there are, I'd say, probably still a few things that need to be done on it. I would say. But, you know, I mean, for a racing sim that we have, we only really have the one, I suppose, on PS5. That was obviously a Assetto course. But for console-based racing, it's not the worst one in the world. You know. Get back outside now. Right, let's have a look. Charles is currently in second position. Massimo's in third. How is McKenna doing? And Ramtos. Ramtos is pretty much been dealing with that damaged car actually pretty well now. Actually, he's obviously got the sign of him. He's 8/10ths down, but then again he's been dealing with that damage for quite well. Actually, he's obviously managed to adapt his driving style and work around the problem, which is pretty impressive actually. We're 1 hour 41 in now. We're on lap 43. And about just under 20 minutes left. Cars are all spread out now. Everyone's kind of pretty much, I think, position-wise, we're pretty much done wheel to wheel. We've got Double R that's got a half a second penalty for maybe chicane cutting or some shenanigans potentially. Actually, probably just trying to find the optimal line and just pushed a little bit too hard. It does happen. His last lap was a 2:19.9, which is his fastest lap of the race actually. So he's obviously pushing. He does not want to settle for 8th position. He's obviously cottoned on that Ramos has got some damage to his car, so he's probably thinking if I could just get up there, I could take him. And he's probably right actually. Fuel's good. Ramos has a bit less fuel, but then again his car's not damaged. His car is damaged, so Slimmy's rocking 9th position right now. It's about 1:39 behind Double R. Rotec is just romping into the distance now. Got no problems in the world. Got a lap and a bit now ahead of Charles. Massima is 14 seconds behind Charles, about 1:20 ahead of Klausman now. Klausman got many laps ahead of Johnny, but the car difference would make sense. Obviously, 2 classes running in these races. Excuse me. How's Johnny doing? He's been pretty much holding his first position now for his class now for a good 80-90% of the weather. A message from Ironman. Let's have a look then. So. It's realistically life racing should be an in-game same rules, especially with radar warnings if tyres need to be changed in the pits. What's your thoughts? Reconnected to chat. Oh, I've had a connection problem unfortunately. It's realistic life racing should be in-game same rules, especially with the radar warning tyres. Yes, you're probably right. It's a bit of a difficult one really because they have to. Yes, we do want super racing and super realistic racing, shall we say, and racing simulation obviously, but there still needs to be the game element, because obviously ultimately it is a game, isn't it? You know, we still need to have that playing for fun game moments and elements of it, so you know, you can't really go super sim or you will lose ultimately their core audience. I mean, GT has been around for a very long time and there are a lot of older genuine racers and genuine simulation racers obviously, but they've also got to cater in for the newer generation of people that are coming up now. So they can't all just have pure die-hard races, and they do need to cater for a wider audience. I mean, if they just said, right, this is it, pure racing sim now, you're going to have super realistic tyres, weathers, damage, you know, suspension travel and all the rest of it, then obviously, you know, I think the models would be a bit accurate, but they do need to add in the fun factor and the element of, you know, little Joe Bloggs that is only about 5 years old, just picked up a controller for the first time, so, oh, I could play a racing car, daddy, mummy, you know. They need to be able to cater for all sorts, unfortunately. I do like Grid and Need for Speed Shift. To be honest, I haven't really Speed Shift one of my favourites as well as Forza. Forza I did play. I never really got on well with Forza, if I'm perfectly honest. I always found the braking model was a little bit too much for me actually. In the previous Forza games, I always felt like every car was kind of like sort of understeering into the corners actually. I never really got on very well with the handling model for Forza. Need for Speed Shift. I never played that one unfortunately. I did like Grid though actually. I did play a couple of the Grid games. I do enjoy the grid ones actually. I find those kind of like I do like arcadey games actually, to be fair, actually flying up around the track. They are a lot of fun. How is everyone rocking and rolling? Everyone's pretty well spread out at the moment actually, as we can see. Let's have a look at Slimmy. Do you try Legends? I haven't tried Legends, no. iRacing. iRacing, I'm flirting with the idea of iRacing. I mean, I'm not very good now. When it comes to racing, I've been focusing on the commentating for the last month or so. So I haven't really done any sort of like proper online racing, sim racing stuff. I've just been talking about it, and a couple of guys that I know do the iRacing leagues and stuff like that. So I may, as Slimmy's having a little bit of a moment there, flying off the track and doing a bit of a lawn mowing and streaming for us there. But what was I going to say? Yeah, so I know some guys that do the iRacing events and things like that. So I may or may not partake in that. It's a little bit. I suppose it's the entry level for it, because obviously you have to pay to race on that one, which is not the best thing. And I suppose if it was a genuine need and a genuine thing that like a desire that I wanted to do, then I'll pay for it no problems. But then again, it's kind of it's a bit hit and miss really. I don't know whether I want to fork out the money for it yet, so that's probably why I'm on the fence with it at the moment. I would imagine I'll probably end up there anyway at some point or another, because obviously that's where the sim races go at the side of things. Obviously ACC, Automobilista, iRacing, R-Factor, all that bunch. Right, let's have a look around. So, lap 50, 1 hour 46 minutes in. Charles is coming in second position. He's got, what's he got now? Massman's got 60 seconds to catch up on him now. Klausman, about a minute 20 behind. Johnny holding up nicely, 15 seconds ahead of McKenna now. McKenna's got a penalty to serve actually. He's had quite a few of those this race, unfortunately. It's, is what it is. Lost connection on my thing. Let's just go back to. There we go. Stint 4 and lobby's open. Okay, so there we go. That makes sense now. So okay, lobby's open for the next one. Blue flags are waving. Currently following, Jay Ramos turns. Currently in 7th position now on lap 46. Of a potential 60-ish laps. Give and take the time. We've got about 13 minutes left of the racing to be completed, and then we are done. McKenna's still got half a second penalty to serve right now. Where is he currently now? He's just on the latter half of the lap now, coming for the lovely left-hander that always throws everybody off. Back in, stepping out of line now, keeping it, trying his damnedest to get away from him. As we see Ron Tech again, 7/10 up on his previous best lap. He's absolutely romping it off into the distance now. So Gran Turismo 7, do you think it's fully realistic real racing, just like in real life? No, not at all. It's not close to real. It's enjoyable, but it's not close to real racing in the slightest compared to real life. Actually, I mean, there's so much more to take into consideration. Even down to simple things like temperature of the track when it's actually making contact with the tyre itself. There's so much more to go in. P6, please, gladly. There's McKenna for you. So McKenna is currently running in 6th position now. He's 15.9 seconds behind Johnny. He's got 47.1 seconds ahead of Ramos. He had a little bit of a half a second penalty to serve on the previous lap, but he seems to have got that out of the way. As you can see by his lap times, he's 2:18 is his fastest lap, which he completed on lap 41. If you can believe it or not, it's a fair play actually. Got 2 minute 19, 21, a couple of more 19s and a 2:20. Oh, the back end's kicking out now, so he's doing well, holding it tight. As you can see by the messages in Twitch, don't forget to follow us. And also we have our own Discord channel. Link is just there. It says join us. So feel free to drop by. Everyone's nice and friendly. Talk racing, talk anything. It's a nice environment, good community. Lots of questions can be answered and asked as well. Everyone's very welcoming, so feel free to drop on by. I think you'll have a good time. Let's have a look at McKenna's on board actually. Let's see how he's doing. Oh dear. No, I think that was actually a bit of lag, actually. I do have a YouTube, I do have a Twitch channel, but I was asked not to promote it, and I won't. So unfortunately, yes. But if you want to follow, my name is MetalTech721. Do a search for that, and you'll find me. But thank you very much, Iron Cosplay Man. That's very good, very gentlemanly of you. As we can see, McKenna now is currently on track. I'd have to say, actually, I think that we're actually experiencing a lot more lag on board than we're actually than what is represented. So we're not getting a true representation of his racing line. Yeah, as you can see there's no way he did a full left turn in a straight there. So the lag isn't really representing how well this man, this individual can drive. So apologies for that. We're not getting a proper view of how good he is on track, actually. We'll go to the outside view because that's not really representative. And we get half a second penalty, which is just boo. Excuse me, I've got a croaky throat today. If anyone wants to see any particular positions or anything like that, views, anything I can do, then please let me know. Happy to oblige. We've got about 9 minutes left of the racing to go on lap 48. Everyone's pretty well spread out on track at the moment, actually, so everyone's kind of doing the thing at the moment, sort of running the clock down, as it were. Actually, I don't think anybody's actually doing anything as such. There's gaps. We've got Rotek and Slimmy having a bit of a moment. I think Slimmy's unfortunately a little bit of lack of grip there, but Rotek is on his way. Fastest lap of 2:06. So whatever's going on with his lap times, I mean, the previous lap we saw, actually, he was on for a good lap, but then it just sort of dropped off. I wonder if he pushed too hard, maybe. Charles is currently second, Massman's still in third, Klausman fourth, Johnny fifth. McKenna's still got a half-second penalty to serve. What have we got here? Qui KC 1900 VFL, hee. Indeed, hee. Sorry, Simtech, I do apologise. I was just answering a question, to be fair. McKenna's currently rocking in 6th position now. He's actually improved his previous sector time there, so he's doing exceptionally well. Got half a second penalty, so whoa, look at the back end kicking out there. Can you show Rotek, please? I can indeed. There's Rotek, first position. He's got about a lap ahead of Charles at the moment. He's flying along. As you see by his lap times there, he's put a whole bunch of 208s, the 207, 209 and 208 once again. Rocking along he has. He's been pretty much in first position from the start of the race and more or less unchallenged, actually. He's just been, well, he's probably bored, if anything, actually, to be fair. Very unchallenged at the moment. I think he's probably just cruising his time round right now. Lap 53. An hour 53 minutes in. Nice wide no gap. It's because he's actually lapped everybody in the entire field, unfortunately. He's that's why the gap's not there. If we go back to Charles, you can see like 2 minutes 32. The lap times are only about 2 minutes 10, so it's 2 minutes 12. You know, so he's lapped the entire field. Do you know GT class in question? Is GT3 faster than GT4 class? GT3 is quicker than GT4. Obviously, it's down to the track, individual and circumstances, obviously, as you know. But yeah, GT3 probably would be a faster class, I would have thought. Excuse me. Oh, there we go. Someone's been granted monitoring privileges to that one. One gap so far ahead. Game gets buggy. Yeah, that's probably, well, yeah, that's what it is. We have to sort of bounce back and forth between positions, unfortunately, so we can actually find out who's where. But as you can see by Rotek, he's absolutely romped away into the distance now. We'll have a quick rundown. So we've got Rotek first, Charles is in second. We've got Massman third, currently lapping at double R. Klausman's in fourth. Johnny fifth. McKenna sixth. Ramos is still rocking that damage, unfortunately. Oh, his fuel's getting a bit low as well. He's currently in 7th position. He's got 24 seconds over double R. We're on lap 48. We've got about 6 minutes and change to go. Slim is currently in 9th position now. He's made up some positions due to attrition, actually. It's a fair play to him, actually. He's done well on that one. We're going to stick with Ramos for a few minutes now to see if he hits the pits or not, because he's got very little fuel, realistically, and also some damage. And every week now, new bugs. Yeah. Do I race here? Please follow me on here. Do you race here? Do Jay race here? I don't know who Jay is. You'll have to check the Discord for that, Iron Man. I don't know if I'm honest with you. I'm new to this league as well. But I doubt I'll be back, unfortunately, because I've been naughty. So anyway, Ramos coming in 7th position right now. He's got Charles just lapping him at the moment, making his way around. I'll stick with Ramos. I'm very curious to see if Ramos is actually going to hit the pits or not. Actually, he's got about 23 seconds on double R, as we saw earlier when Charles hit the pits. It's only really for the damage. You'll only need to take about 5-6 seconds to get in and out to get the damage done and to get some fuel on board. It's going to be. You should have enough to go. We've got about what 1 hour 55 minutes, 56 now. So we're going to be getting there. I think he'll be all right. Actually, I think if he just eeps his time out now, he should be okay with that. Done well actually to manage that damage on the front right and the front bumper. Actually, he's done very well to manage that and maintain his position. I mean, he's lost time to McKenna, but I mean, unfortunately, you have to do that. Tell this guy streamer, follow me up and you as well. Okay, he's told. I'll let him know. Thank you. Nice chatting with you too, Iron Man Cosplay. Thank you for stopping by. As if you're shooting off or if you're staying. Lovely to have a conversation. Thank you very much. Right, how's first position doing? Not a lot of fuel, but then again, we've got not a lot of time and not a lot of laps. Oh, I see. Right, gotcha. It's a Stint. Right, so okay, so you weren't telling me off. Fair enough then. Oh dear. Where's McKenna? He's not in 6th. There we go. Whoa! I tell you what. Oh, no, it's not McKenna. It's Ramos I want to be following. Good. Not a lot of fuel left in these cars, actually. Slimmy's also running a bit thin on fuel as well. Everyone's going up there. Everyone's running low. Klausman, I think he just had a fastest first sector. Masmas coming running 3rd. Everyone's fuel is very low at the moment. Charles is very exceptionally low, actually. It's Ramos that's got me intrigued, though, actually, just for the gap that double R's got behind him. He's got 21 seconds now. Where are we now? Lap 50. I thought we were going to get to lap 60, actually, so fair enough. We're actually going to get to 50, so got 1 hour, 57 minutes in and 49 seconds, so we've not got long left. A couple more laps and we'll be done. Unless Rotek somehow manages to break the game and make his engine explode. I think this is his for the win, unless he pretty much stops on track and hits reverse. I'm just curious to stay with Ramos for the moment. Just for the lack of fuel that he's got and also the damage. I mean, pretty sure he's got enough to make it round. Where's Rotek? Is he going to start his final lap? Oh, dear me. Let's stick with Rotek for a moment. Cool, calm and collected. Hasn't been shaken or stirred. Absolutely no issues whatsoever. He's been pretty much taking the lead. He's got hold of it. He's just kept it. No issues in the slightest. Don't think he's even been off the track, actually. We haven't had a penalty, actually. He's just been flying about minding his own business. Right, 1:58 and 50 seconds. Remember, don't drink and drive, and grab yourself that word and enjoy. Fastest first sector. Not back as soon as how far back we've been going. Okay, so Rotek is on lap 56, so we would actually get to 60. I do apologise for the different positions, people on different laps. So, let's look at Charles. If anyone wants to shout or see anybody, shout out in the chat. Yes, I have raced F1 22 on the Xbox actually, and I'll be honest, it didn't do a lot for me. McKenna's got a minute over Ramos now. Ramos is coming in 7th position now. He's got Slimmy, who's going to be lapping there. He's got 20 seconds. Yeah, he's got enough time to finish now. So we're just literally going to be coming up to time now. Now, is Rotek going to have is he going to finish this lap, or are we going to hit time? Let's have a look. See if he makes it around. Just coming around the back straights now. Slight kink, right-hander heading down to the chicane. Yep, we're on a final lap now, so Rotec will be finishing the race momentarily. Yeah, they're good games, the F1 games, actually. I did a lot of time on F1 2020, but not so much on the previous ones. Right, Rotec's coming around the final corner now. He took race position. Johnny's finished, so Johnny will record his first position for his class. Rotec has finished the final corner. Just driving for the line now. Fair play, Rotec. He's done a fantastic race. Took the lead, ran off into the distance and kept it. Well done. Rotec takes first position. Charles will come home for second. He's on his second lap. He's got 17 seconds against Massma. Provided Charles doesn't have any off incidents or wobbles, he will come home for second. Massma's going to be third. Klausman, Johnny and McKenna have also finished. Ramos coming in 7th position now. Got enough fuel, so I was wrong. He did have enough fuel to finish the race. He's coming in 7th position. McKenna's got a 6th. Double R is in 8th position now. Yep, going around finishing his lap. Charles is just coming through now. There we go. Charles comes home for second. Where's Massma? There he is. Out of the chicane. One more bend to go and he's there. Fastest lap currently sits with Rotec with 2 minutes and 6 seconds, 5.74. Massma comes across the line, takes third. Right, Ramos. Got Slimmy in front of him for company. Oh, a little bit of a kiss there. I think Slimmy might be holding up, but then again, Ramos does have some damage, so that might be affecting his ability to overtake. Oh, there's a bit of shenanigans, a bit of love taps going on there. So, Ramos comes home 7th. We've got Double R for 8th. Slimmy's now finished, so we're just waiting on Double R to come across and record our last position for final position pay of the night, of the day, even, should I say. And there we go. The race is run. Everyone is done. Double R's finished. Right, your race results for today are: Rotec comes home first in a time of 2 hours and 29 seconds with a fastest lap of 2 minutes and 6 seconds, 5.74. Charles reports second. Massa comes third. Klausman fourth. Next class is Johnny for first, McKenna for second. Ramos comes home third, and Double R comes home 8th. Slimmy will bring us 9th. Sorry, not 9th. Sorry, yes, 9th. No, 5th. There you go. Lucy Lou, Comedy Gaming, and Robin all unfortunately disconnected due to issues. So unfortunately, we did lose them throughout the race, but it was wonderful for Slimmy because he made up some positions purely due to attrition. So fair play. Well done. I'm glad everybody. I hope everyone enjoyed that. Sorry for the self-promoting. I do apologise. Like I say, I'm still new to this Twitch streaming commentary thing, so I hope everybody enjoyed it. Had a good time. It was a very, very good race. A very good game of chess and strategy. When to push, when to hold back. It was wonderful. Everyone, I really enjoyed watching. So thank you very much. I hope everybody's well, and everyone takes care. And I shall see you all on the flip side. Bye bye.